Did we go public?
I don't know. Ready? Hello.
Hello.
We need a third person.
Yeah. Two's not enough.
We need Are we live? 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 Someone comment if we're live, because we don't know if we're live or if this is.
We're not popular enough to be able to know.
I know. It's been 30 seconds. Still nothing. Live.
Hey.
We're live.
We're live. Hell yeah.
Hello, Ben.
Hi, Ben. Does it look good? Guys?
Hello, Nathan.
Does it look
5
okay?
people.
I ate a call crutch.
That's pretty rad.
Do we need to set somebody as mod?
This is YouTube. There's no mods. YouTube's the mod.
Yeah, there's mods on YouTube.
What up, big head? Hey! You have a big head. Actually, no, you have a tiny head. What up, tiny head? What is up, Jay? What's up, my dude?
Was it cockroach? Was it like a crunchy big cockroach or like one of those small guys?
Or is it like one of those lollipops that has a cockroach?
I feel like my head's pretty big for my whole... compared to my whole body.
Pinhead.
Yeah, I feel like compared to like I'm pretty short. I'm only 5'4", and I'm kind of big, kind of a big head and kind of big feet.
Yeah, you kind of look like a cartoon character.
No, I'm Dirty Dan. Help it's snowing and rolling cold.
It's so weird because we're in Iceland and it's not snowing at all.
Yeah, it's literally supposed to be snowing, but it's not. Rocking the grape hair. Thank you, Ben. Yes, I've had a fun time with it so far. It's kind of fading to a nice lavender. There's some weird blue randomness in it, but...
Hi, Jane.
it's fine. Jane!
Every time I see a bird here in Iceland, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, pal? Fly south! You're the dumbest bird ever. Fly south!
I've only seen a couple of birds so far.
And they're just like, oh shit, how did we get here? Fuck.
Okay, this is weird. Usually when I see birds... It looks like cotton candy, thank you. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Normally, when I see birds hanging out, I feel like I see, like, the same kind of bird. You know, like the birds of a feather flock together, like, saying, or whatever. But, like, in Iceland, I see, like, all these different kinds of birds just chilling together. Thank you, Crazed Mind. Like, I saw this, like, tiny black bird with a orange beak hanging
it's
out.
Laser Man. Chaotic good.
Hey, Laser Man. I saw like a tiny black bird with an orange beak hanging out with like this gray bird with all these white feathers. And they were just like hanging out together. I was like, you guys aren't the same kind of bird.
Hello, Mr. Keegan.
Hi, Keegan. Should I tweet about this?
Scooter, your hair is cool too. Thank you, Julia.
Yeah, it's grown out. Look how long it's getting.
I know.
This is what happens when you don't like dye it or cut it or anything. It just grows.
Just shows you the... Okay, so we'll tell you something about Iceland. Iceland is in an amazing place. It is got amazing geography that you can go hiking and explore, and it has breathtaking views of everything.
Good luck on your thing.
And everywhere you go, you're just seeing beautiful shit and beautiful shit. But if you try and talk to anyone, they're not going to talk back to you.
Okay.
You have to literally shake someone to have a conversation. They're all so introverted. And they're also, like, contained in their own lives.
I think we're just really used to living...
in the U.S., where everyone talks to each other all the time and is a loudmouth. Like, I'll just walk down the street and, like, there'll be another person walking down the street. I'll be like, hey, what's up, pal? And then sometimes we'll just end up talking to each other. We went to pet a dog earlier, and the guy was like, oh, no, and then walked away. We were just like, hey, pal, it's a cute little doggy. And the guy was like... Hi, and then left and he ran away.
Yeah, I think we're just used to, like, maybe living in, like, a kind of state where people are really, like, friendly, but everybody's kind of cold.
I was hoping... Oops.
Gross.
I was hoping that we could meet some nice Icelandic people.
And there have been nice people.
Norway is like that. Also... Nobody talks to people randomly. They view it weird.
Yeah, nobody will just, like, randomly talk to us.
That's totally like Iceland, too. People are kind of like that in the UK. The waitress told us to go to the UK to talk to people. So however introverted people in the UK are, Iceland is that times 100. She literally said to go to the UK.
Will you sit up here so you don't bring the bed down because it hurts my back?
I can't, because then look. Oop.
Just sit, like, cross-legged.
Bye. I can't with my belly.
Okay. You can move closer, sorry.
I'll just chill over here.
You can sit closer.
Kiwi wants me over here, you guys, so this is what's happening.
I just need to hear, look. Beep.
Ooh.
Look. He just disappeared again. I need to find the link.
We are in Reykjavik, the capital city.
I'm going to tweet the link out.
Tweet the link to what?
To our live stream.
Oh. Cool. We also... Hey, Ben, have you ever been to Norway? I want to know.
And we're in Iceland for the fuck of it.
My credit card number is... Can you remember this? It is 3410. Go fuck yourself.
Oh! Also, we can't get credit cards because our credit score is not high enough.
Our credit card score is like Han.
It's so low.
It's so low.
Hey.
It's okay, pal. I'm always fucking off. Iceland is really cheap, so I think Norway's a little more expensive.
Well, Iceland's cheap to, like, fly here, but then once you get here, everything's so fucking expensive.
It's true.
A box of cereal is like $10. Shave Scooter's head. He doesn't want me to shave his head. I like a good shaved head on a man, but no, the long hair is growing on me. I can accept it.
You don't want to see me with a shaved head. I look like an egg, bro. I look like a goddamn egg. And when my hair is short, it goes all over. When I had short hair, we used to live stream on Twitch. I had short hair, and everyone would just rip into me every single day. Like, every third comment was like, gay hair, kill yourself, bad hair, man. And
people were pretty mean.
It was every single day.
Alright, it worked. I tweeted out the link. You should retweet it. Because you have more followers than me. Scooter has more followers than me on Twitter. And it's kind of fucked up.
See, I'm team Jane. Go on a tour, yes, we want to so bad.
We're working on a new album. I saw you asked earlier. I'm Christian, but we're working on it.
We are
in the process of writing it.
And we're gonna try and tour. We need to find like a booking agent because we can't book ourselves.
Scooter never did that.
I never did that. What are you talking about? What?
He only has more, exactly. He has more followers because he stole the band account.
But, like, I had 500 followers before I changed it into the band account.
It was accidental. It's just like one of those things. Like PewDiePie keeps just doing it on accident.
Hey, mine was nowhere near as bad as PewDiePie's.
No, this guy said he Heil Hitler. Are you getting the same chips you got in the grocery store, Vid?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Scooter, you smell so bad. How can you tell?
Indiana, yeah. Indiana might be a place we could go play.
Yeah, Scooter started in 2009 on Twitter too. See, that's
yes.
Ben gets it.
Exactly. Hi MC.
Fam, I'm 13 and live in Indy.
There you go.
So we just gotta go there.
You also in Indiana? So 2 people in Indiana.
We just gotta go to Indiana.
Third person and we're there.
Sour cream and onion chips are gay. That's why I'm eating them up and just chomp chomp, mother fricker.
Hi Alex. Alex is here. Alexander. Jay says he can smell you from here. Okay, this is how I feel about sour cream and onion chips. Sometimes I'm like so in the mood for them. I'm like, oh my gosh, fuck yes. And then sometimes I'm like, get them away from me. The smell of them is gross.
It would be so funny if they just like made onion chips. Didn't you just say you're 13?
Yeah, don't don't go telling us your age and then say gross shit like that.
You're gonna get us. Police are gonna knock at the door. Although they don't have police in Iceland, so we're fine.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single police officer.
We've been here for 4 days and there's not one cop. It makes me think maybe we live in a police state, you know? Maybe America's just a police state.
Yeah, literally, I have not seen a single cop. I don't think there are cops here. At one point where I was like driving down the road, and there's like one of those signs that message retracted. Thank you. Behave yourself. Then there's there's like one of those things that tells you if you're speeding, and I was like going like 10 kilometers per hour at the speed limit because I feel like that was like a reasonable amount. And then it would like blinked at me because it was like, you're speeding. And then I went under the speed limit and I went like the right speed, and it just like ding gave me a smiley face. It was like
no police, no speeding ticket. It's just like
smiley face.
Jesus, IDK, what kind of
FBI.
Just anything that doesn't get me.
Yeah, anything that doesn't get the FBI called on me. Then we're square. Everyone just has a citizen's arrest.
Can you guys sing Icelandic songs? We sure can. Ding ding a durgan, ding a ding a ding a dur, a ding a ding. Yeah.
I think that's a traditional Icelandic Christmas carol.
That's our favorite one so far that we've heard.
Yeah.
When we drive in the car, every time we turn on the radio, it's just American Christmas songs, but in Icelandic.
Yeah, the radio is like American Christmas songs, and then some are Icelandic covers of American Christmas songs.
I want to live in Iceland because I love smiles. It would be great breaking the law. Yeah.
Lisa's like, hi, Lily. Hey, baby. It's his pupper.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like, that's a bit condescending.
Oh, it's his pupper.
What are they, like 4 years old? They should really not be watching this.
I was actually late behind without noticing. I'm not sure I 100% know what that means. Smiley face. Yeah, literally, I was going the proper speed limit, and it just was like, smiley face. I'm like, this is what we need in the United States. We just need some positive reinforcement instead of so much negative reinforcement, and then we'll be good. He thinks Lily might actually be 4 years old, so that's appropriate.
Now this
Really
man
good.
right here is a king that I truly stan. Look at him. He has a sword on him, but he has it in.
Oh.
He doesn't have the sword drawn. He's just reaching an open hand to you like, here, come with me.
Spewing disaster. We need more good guys with guns.
You actually want to know an interesting statistic about Iceland? Even though they have like zero gun crime, like 1/3 of the population owns a gun. But they're very heavily regulated.
Hi, Jake.
Can't get these cookies out.
Off-brand Pringles? No, these are like hit cookies.
I can't get the cookies out.
Have you ever seen hit cookies?
This is seriously. I own a gun. What do? Go to your local police station.
Turn it in.
Or government building, and just whatever happens next happens.
I would say, I'm not going to make any direct suggestions, but...
Yeah, we're going to keep it real vague, but...
Yeah. You know.
Anywhere in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, lots of places you can just hang out. No. Absolutely not. I would never
No guns
advocate.
here in the UK because we don't need them. We just got our acid and our knives and we're good to go.
Absolutely. Just acid.
Hey, Julia.
Hi, Julia. Just got bombs. 13-year-old crackhead in the chat. My cat is on my lap, and her head is sliding off my lap because she's sleeping and it's cute. Aww. Oh my gosh. I just love...
That's the type of shit I like to hear.
Videos of sleeping cats. Alex is pro 13-year-old crackhead. Also, I'd never advocate for 13-year-olds to do crack. Just if they already are, that's just, unfortunate.
I mean, 13-year-olds are already all on Adderall anyway, so what's the point? Go ahead.
It's just one step up.
The UK is not stupid. I mean, I haven't been there yet, but soon I'll be able to.
Maybe we'll go and we'll decide that it is stupid. Don't say stupid when you mean bad, fam. That's true.
Feels bad, fam.
Feels bad.
My mom is going out to buy Monopoly for us tomorrow. Wow, that is racist against us because we're Americans and all we care about is money and Monopoly.
We're gonna play Monopoly? Oh my gosh, I love Monopoly.
When I see you guys, I will have my CST for one day under a year. I do not know what a CEST is, but hell yeah, congratulations.
Is Monopoly an iconic British game? I thought it was like an iconic American game.
Maybe we just need to be educated.
Who made it first?
My cat. Oh.
Oh, cat.
Gotcha.
There
I thought
we
it was
go.
like my CST, like my. I actually lost my arm in an accident, and I've had my CST prosthetic for over a year, so it's actually it's a big point in my life to come out to you guys.
Billy was thinking cis. I was thinking that it was maybe some kind of like weird British test.
I don't mean to be rude, but were you guys at one point addicted to drugs?
Hella. Yes.
Yes.
But now we're sobes. There's a different board with...
Very fun. All the ones in American Monopoly are U.S. streets.
Yeah, they're U.S. streets. It's popular where board games are popular, I guess you could say. It has a monopoly over that market.
Ooh.
True. Yeah, CST, STD. I wasn't sure.
I bet.
I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
I've never trusted the devil's lettuce.
It's because all that propaganda, bro.
Okay, here's the deal. Marijuana, don't do it, but if you do, it's not that bad.
Like if somebody's like, I'm gonna push you off a cliff unless you do one kind of drug. Probably it's the best one to pick, but I wouldn't recommend doing it.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Actually, just don't do it every day. Marijuana, I feel like, is a thing that like you grow out of.
This is a highlighter pen.
It's a highlighter pen. But like when I was like in high school, me and all my friends like would smoke pot a lot. But then, like, as you got older...
Bo's here!
Less and less people would smoke pot. And then when you're grown up, it's, like, a very rare occasion where someone will bring out marijuana.
Bo, I'll play PVZ again if you play with me.
She's smoking a guitar pick. Hell yeah. We vape because...
Say hi to Bo in the chat.
Hi, Bo.
Remember Bo?
I do remember Bo.
Yeah.
We vape because we don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore. Which it actually works, because we tried smoking a cigarette after we've been vaping for a long time. And it was like, oh, this is terrible. Why did we ever do this?
They're garbage.
So it's like...
You can feel it.
If you're a smoker, I recommend vaping, but if you're just a teenager, don't ever just decide to have a nicotine addiction.
Oh my gosh. The other day, this girl who I work with, she's like 20. She was like, I think I might get a Juul. I was like, do you smoke cigarettes? She's like, no. I was like, then why would you get a Juul? She's like, I just think they're cool. I'm like, no, it's not cool to be addicted to nicotine. It's horrible, and it costs me a ton of money, and it sucks. Why would you ever do that on purpose? Please don't do that. That's stupid, or that's silly.
I would just like to say, welcome to the family, 13-year-old gun owner.
Hey, streams only get taken down for vaping if you're underage, and I am 23.
We're glad to have you on board.
Everyone knows each other. I'm like, 13-year-old American gun owner, born and raised.
I'd vape without nicotine just for the flavor. Yeah, if you want to vape without nicotine, that's not... I literally vaped for the first time yesterday. I feel super bad. Don't feel bad.
Don't feel guilty. I'm just saying, making a habit out of it is ultimately just going to cost you money, and we have no idea about the long-term health risks. So
if you're not addicted to it right now, then I would say don't even worry about it in the slightest bit.
Yeah. Like I said,
And if it's easy to stop, then you're probably good. We smoked cigarettes for years and have like a deep-rooted addiction in our brains.
Yeah, and we are weak.
But I have really been watching the Kiwi and Scooter show mostly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very nice.
See, some people like the Kiwi and Scooter show.
Was that a knock in the background? They're actually doing construction next door. That's why we got this place so cheap.
Did you see us both look?
I'm definitely not addicted, just got an oral fixation. Yeah, that's what Kaylee told me after our first date. But, and then she ended up getting super addicted.
To vaping?
Oral fixation.
Oh. I came because Nate is lame. Yeah, Nate sent a lot of people our way.
You know what? I'll say it. Fuck Nate is lame.
My foot's asleep, hold on.
What's the drug that's released in your brain when you die? That would be DMT.
Thank you, Jane. Actually, I recently learned that is total speculation and there's no proof.
There's no proof, but there is DMT located in your lungs and some other part. Liver. What was it? I missed a chat.
So many people are saying,
Kiwi, your hair is pretty. Oh,
yeah,
that's very nice.
Thank you, Julie. That's really, I really appreciate it. I like it.
Oh,
it's
good.
fun.
It's not a hallucination or something. Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah,
This kid in my class just vapes every day after school, and he says Vape Nation and dabs. That kid sounds sick. Honestly, I got into cake. Oh, Ben is just so...
Ben just found us on his own. Ben isn't my hero. Stray and DMT is super duper illegal, so I would not personally recommend trying to get your hands on it or advocate for its use.
But if you do, it'll blow your mind.
Theoretically.
It will change your life forever.
Yeah, the kid who's dabbing is stuck in, like, back when H3 was kind of good still. Oh my gosh.
H3, he's a sellout.
Oh my god, the new H3 video where he's like, so stupid. He's like, yeah, this YouTube Rewind. He's like, why wasn't PewDiePie in YouTube Rewind? Why wasn't JonTron in YouTube Rewind? I'm like, okay, maybe if they stopped, like, doing stuff that made, like, a huge corporation not want to be publicly associated with them, then they could be in YouTube Rewind. They're getting themselves into these stupid situations.
Why would YouTube want PewDiePie? It just makes zero sense.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hilla's having a kid. I don't know if he's super boring, but he's like, why? He's like, JonTron had a viral video. I'm like, okay, yeah, JonTron also went on Destiny's live stream and talked about how he thinks that white people should be the majority in the United States and how, like, black people are genetically predisposed to violence. Like, he's super racist, actually, and it's no wonder that YouTube doesn't want him, like, promoted in their, like, promotional video.
Do you know the shitstorm?
Stupid idiot.
Do you know the shitstorm that would come after YouTube Rewind if they had JonTron in it? Oh, my God. PewDiePie and Rewind conversation is oversaturated. Yeah, it's so annoying.
Exactly. Every year he's like, they didn't put me in me. And it's like, oh my gosh, just please, everyone stop.
I literally only watch Jeffrey, Shane, Felix, and Philly D now.
All of those people could leave forever and I actually wouldn't care. No offense, Shane. Or no offense, Julia. I'm so tired of, especially Shane after Jeffree Star. I like his makeup tutorials, but he does also keep doing stuff that's super problematic. And he keeps getting called out, like even after his whole thing where he's like, I wasn't really racist, blah, blah, blah. Then he, like,
That's the real question, Nathan.
Yeah. Then he, then a bunch of his texts came out that were super racist after that. I was like, dude, like, just what are you doing? Like, please just, can you be a decent person? Like, I want to be able to support you. But, yeah. Everybody, it's like, these people expect to be, like, in YouTube Rewind.
What's raccoon eggs? I've never heard of that.
But, man, Jeffree Star.
Yeah, Shane Dawson's, like, documentary on Jake Paul kind of made, like, sociopaths look like really bad people when they're actually not. Most sociopaths don't even... I mean, it's just a weird stereotype.
Jeffree Star makes some really good,
I thought y'all were talking about Ninja. While we're at it, fuck Ninja. He doesn't play with women.
Fuck Ninja too, he won't play with women. Yeah.
Here we are just tossing out the shade on...
Here's the tea, guys. Everyone is terrible.
All famous people are dumb.
Yeah. So, yeah, Julia, I want to be clear. I think that, the Jake Paul docuseries...
Cody Ko, yes, we're big Cody Ko fans.
Cody Ko. Why wasn't Cody Ko on YouTube Rewind?
No shade for Cody Ko.
No shade for Cody Ko.
We might even go see him in Seattle.
We stand an unproblematic YouTuber.
We stand a king. Cody Ko's a king.
We stand a short king.
He can't play with women because he died with... Oh, I remember that when Ninja died of ligma. That was...
I know, he died of ligma. That sucks.
I mean, they can't get you in Iceland. That's true.
And
untouchable. There's no cops here.
And yeah, I'm just tired of seeing Shane Dawson. I had to mute him again.
Ninja is the adult equivalent of the kid on Xbox who says his dad could ban you.
Yes, Ninja totally is. He literally is like, I want to ban, or he like some kid, like, obviously he had no evidence this kid was stream sniping him. The kid just, like, danced on his body after. And then he's like, that kid was stream sniping me. And he got his account banned. An unproblematic YouTuber. His name is Cody Ko. And he's really, he's unproblematic because he doesn't actually talk about anything controversial, but he's awesome.
Let's see, I liked this comment. Yeah, I think if you don't want your wife to think you're flirting with women when you play Worth on Fortnite, then your wife is really unbelievable. Yeah, for real. It's just weird. Who is that controlling? Like, I don't freak out when
No,
Kaylee goes and hangs out with her male coworkers, and Kaylee doesn't care when I, like, hang out with my female friends. Like, it's just...
And Ninja said publicly his wife did not ask him to do that. And his wife said publicly, I did not ask him to do this. He just said, I don't like to deal with all the people in chat that are annoying. That's literally why. He won't help, like, Twitch become a more equal place for women. Because he doesn't want to deal with some trolls in his chat. Like, he's so, like, he'll do nothing. Like, will make no effort. And, it really upsets me. Yeah, his wife said, I didn't ask him to do that. And he said, it's not because my wife said anything. I just don't want to.
Theresa May is still prime minister. I'm going to jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
Dude, the video of Theresa May dancing Queen was so fucking funny.
Billy's I figured he was an incel. He has so many moderators, but his chat is still crazy. Like, and he's like, yeah, well, you know, when Pokimane and Myth play together, it just gets crazy in the chat. Like, okay, they also play into it, and they're not married.
That's me being Theresa May.
Yeah, Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez. Like I said, we stand unproblematic ex-Viners that come to YouTube and make generic reaction content.
I am not going to pretend that everyone I like on YouTube is not problematic. That's just ridiculous. Everyone has probably done something in their past that they're not proud of. I say things today that I'm not proud of. And it's just like...
Yeah, please send me a Theresa May.
It's about your opinions or like what you actually believe. That's like why someone like JonTron I actually do have a problem with. Because it's like, he believes these, like, fucked up ideas.
Yeah. JonTron was like, I'm going to start getting involved in political shit. And then, not only was he totally out of his depth in every political discussion he got into, but he turned out to have, like, incredibly, like, not even arguably racist, like, opinions on race and immigration. Like, just blatantly white supremacist opinions on immigration and race, and that he made known, like, that you can just, like, watch. Like, literally, you can just watch the Destiny stream with JonTron, and he's talking, like, you could just put in Richard Spencer in there, and it's literally the same talking points.
Sweaty Greg legs.
Sweaty Greg legs. Yeah, Danny Gonzalez.
Yeah, that's JonTron's first mistake. Is like, I think I'm going to make a pivot to politics.
Yeah, he made a pivot to politics, and he literally was saying...
Let's go to politics. I have a perfect thing going on YouTube here, you know? How could I fuck that up really badly?
Yeah, how could I fuck it up really bad? All right, I'm going to go on a live stream and for 3 hours talk about how I want an ethno-state. And... like, he's legit a white supremacist.
It's like, if you're going to go political, straight up, everyone's going to hate you.
See, like,
no matter what you say. Like, even if you say some, like, really reasonable shit, you make a political video, and you're like, here we go.
Yeah. Thank you, Earl made me cool. 1, flex tape. 2, blatant white supremacy. Exactly. It's like, and then people will still defend JonTron, and they'll say like, they'll blame Destiny, and Destiny is not an angel, but they'll just say like, well, Destiny just like backed him into a corner and like tricked him into saying those things. Like, no matter what, even the smartest, most devious person I was debating with could not like fool me into saying like that I don't think that we should have brown people immigrate to the United States anymore. Like, what? JonTron makes cool content, though. I just don't exactly care.
Can we do a fun thing? Take a big hit of your vape and hold it in and then blow it out your nose when I do this, right? Wait, no.
I took too big of a hit.
I'm going to pretend to blow it in your ear, so wait.
Okay.
Okay, hold it.
We get it way faster. We get it way earlier.
Here, you do it to me since you suck.
Okay.
Yo, You pretend to take a vape. You're so bad at this. You pretend. You don't actually blow smoke into my ear. You go.
Oh, okay.
Ready? Ah!
That look cool?
This is couple goals. This is pretty much our whole lives. Maybe a little angrier. I didn't realize you were vaping.
Vape trick shots. Yeah, I need a...
All of my laughs turned to coughs in the winter.
If I have one of the big vapes, I can do some like the...
Remember, just
Speed disaster. Yes, exactly. That's exactly how I feel. It's like, JonTron, like, why did you have to do this?
Chat. I remember when Destiny was arguing about incest against No Bullshit. No Bullshit was so garbage. Yeah, yes! That episode is so funny.
Literally, like, it is so funny, because Destiny's
like... We shouldn't rant about it for too long, since most people probably don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, people don't know. But, like, the whole point was Destiny was trying to say, like, no, I'm saying, I have no position on incest. The point of this debate is I'm gonna make you prove to me that it's wrong. This is a debate tactic. And No Bullshit was like, he's like, you're an idiot, man. I don't know what you're talking about. You love incest, bro. And then he got to, like, oh, I can't even, yeah, you guys have to watch it. It's like, I couldn't even handle it for more than 15 minutes with,
Destiny is this YouTuber who's famous for debating against Nazis.
Yeah, he's a Twitch streamer, and, he, like, posts YouTube videos.
It's pretty much just him just debating against Nazis. That's his, like, good content. Everything else is kind of boring.
Yeah, and like I said, he still has, like, some weird ideas, and he's not, like I said, he's not like an angel, himself.
No one's an angel is what I'm saying.
Yes.
No one's an angel. Everyone says dumb shit.
Yes, and Destiny
especially YouTubers.
And Destiny has definitely said some dumb shit. But, what...
Yeetus the fetus. Kapow!
But he's really good at debating, and so he would just, like, bring people on his show. Like somebody would send a tweet, like, somebody famous, like JonTron, would send a tweet that he, like, thought was, like, sounded a little racist, and he would, like, invite JonTron on to clarify his point of view and just debate them for a while, and then they would just make themselves sound stupid, because Destiny's just good at... Destiny's Choice Tron and Soy Boy Tron live on Vimeo.
Scooter, have you seen the hentai where the girl calls the guy's foreskin cheesy?
No, I can't say.
Yikes. We actually learned about Nazi Germany, and so I think it's really interesting learning about, like, Nazi stuff and, like, the propaganda and how it fuels it. Like, I'm not saying that American politics is at that point, because I think that's a bit hyperbole, but it's definitely interesting to see how some of the tactics that were used in Nazi Germany are being used in American politics today, just like the propaganda machine.
Yes, and I think...
Well, that's just a blatant lie.
I think, being... Like, it was... Well,
if the Jews faked the moon landing, bro, like, we just gotta give credit to the Jews at this point. Like, they've tricked us all? Are you kidding me? They pulled that off? That's the best hoax in history.
Just think of how crazy the conspiracy theory is in general.
Yes, I agree. I remember that when everyone was talking about Star Wars having SJW propaganda. I admit that I was watching a lot of those videos too, like, and when they started going into that direction, like, of The Last Jedi is left-wing propaganda to infect your mind, I was like, yeah, maybe some of these guys are a little bit fucked up.
Yeah.
The moon isn't even real. Finally, someone is speaking some truth.
How do we...
The moon is a hollow disc in the sky that we're just seeing.
How do you feel about flat earthers? I think that they are...
Let's be positive.
Hilarious.
Let's see if we can talk about flat earthers, but only be positive.
Okay, I think flat earthers are the people that believe in a conspiracy theory that are the best at debating their conspiracy theory.
It's true. Like, I'll be, like, talking to a flat earther, and I'll be, like, arguing, and then they'll, like, send me some shit. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I
Really?
think that we do have... especially somebody like me who has an inherent distrust of the government, they're able to be like, well, prove the Earth is round without using government evidence.
And I'm like, okay.
And there still is, but
I don't know how. Australia doesn't exist. There you go.
Unless you're somebody that like knows.
Yeah, telling someone who has anxiety that they're faking it or like being lazy that's just a dick move.
Okay, also, let's talk about the fact that there was a live stream where at the end of it, no bullshit was like, Richard Spencer liked my video and he tweeted that it was really good and I'm proud to be white, bye, and then he like logged off. I was like, what? So no bullshit's on my shit list too. He's on my bullshit list.
This exotic Fanta.
This is really good.
It's a game changer.
Hooked up a Bluetooth keyboard, yes. Do you believe in Earth? I don't know. It's probably all simulation anyway.
Okay, so at this point we're getting like very philosophical. Like,
okay.
Is reality real? So I am me, and I think that is real. But it could be all imaginary, yes, and Earth could be just a figment of my imagination.
Yeah, I mean, good luck at your orchestra concert, Spoon Disaster. Play your instrument well.
You're gonna do very well.
Hi, Vertex.
Fanta fucking
Fish Sandwich Show!
The Fish Sandwich Show!
The Fish Sandwich Show is here! Oh my gosh, I love you too, Fish Sandwich Show.
We watch your vlogs.
We love your vlogs, dude.
We'll sit down and we'll watch like 10 of them in a row.
Yeah.
We're fans.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, guys. Oh, thank you, Justin.
We love you too.
I saw Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul went to the Flat Earth thing. Post Malone modernism.
Did I miss it?
That'd be a good band
when you
name.
explained what the fuck you're doing in Iceland? So we are just in Iceland because
we're on vacation.
We work like between work and school. We have like 70-hour weeks, and we did that for like 4 months in a row, and we just needed a break from all the bullshit. So we just saved up for a while, bought some tickets to Iceland, got a very cheap Airbnb. And we're just pretty much relaxing here. We like went on a hike to the waterfall today, and now we're just like, we're just sitting in bed and talking to you guys because it's time for us to just relax and have fun.
Yeah, this is literally just our vacation. There's no particular reason.
And since we don't have no one in Iceland will fucking talk to us because they're all so introverted, so we'll decide to talk to you guys.
Christian Kellen wrote a song about how the song Africa became so popular.
That's a good idea.
See you in a second, Julia. Your friend saw Logan Paul at the airport. Guess who I saw at an airport one time? I saw Snoop Dogg at an airport in Cancun.
I wrote a song about how the song Africa became so popular. I love that idea. That's a great idea because it's like weird how it was popular when it was released, maybe a tiny bit, but then like 25 years later it became a super hit. Like, how fucking crazy is that? Like, has that ever happened in the history of music where just like an old song comes back like with such power? I don't know. I think you're onto something. I think that could be very good.
MC, there actually is no ice in Iceland right now because of probably global warming. There's usually apparently a ton of ice and snow this year around. This time of year and year round, but not right now.
Bohemian Rhapsody is a good example, but I feel like Bohemian Rhapsody was such a powerhouse song that it never really went away. It is a phenomenon on its own. I don't think Africa can quite compare to Bohemian Rhapsody. I think people in like 200 years are going to be like listening to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Fish Sandwich Show said he used Africa remix for one of his videos. That's so good. Using like remixes that are like recognizable, or it's a good strategy for. It's like All-Star.
Hello.
I don't know how All-Star
Who
happened.
you are? What are you doing? Haha. Greetings from Serbia.
Hi.
Hello.
We are just chatting with our friends because we're on vacation in Iceland, and so we're chilling.
My ethics professor was from Serbia, and I really liked him, and he fought in the Civil War and is a veteran of that war.
Fans are better than Icelandic people. Billy earlier said he hasn't been to an airport ever in his life.
Never been to an airport.
I wanted to address that. So have you ever, I think we talked about this a little bit when we ran into you before, but have you left the state you live in?
I don't know if that's the same Billy. I think it's a different Billy.
No, I don't think it is. Billy Bishner? No.
Oh, that's Utah Billy. What is this channel about? We are musicians And we also make YouTube videos.
Yeah, we do
you
like
can look up our album Crutch if you want to listen to our music.
Yeah, we like just make videos about random stuff and make music.
You see that? Fish
Yes, the Circle K employees. Thank you. Did they like it?
It should be the anthem playing in every Circle K. Like, why not?
Thank you for doing the Lord's work, Fish Sandwich Show. I'm not sure I remember your first name, man.
Never been to a plane either. So a plane ride is very interesting because when it goes really fast and takes off, it's kind of fun. It's like a shitty roller coaster. It's like,
and then it's like totally, it's like almost feels like you're still.
Yeah, it feels like
almost
you're still when you're in the air.
It's like, whoom, and then it's like still. Jane's also never been on a plane. Honestly, Justin, so many people have told me that reminds them of Billie Eilish, and it makes my heart warm because she's like super pretty, and I am not worthy.
Planes are really scary. I get anxiety on planes. That's why, but I get really bad anxiety, period, and I have like a whole plethora of medication for dealing with anxiety, so I usually double up on those.
And we'd give you a song, but we don't have any kind of instruments with us. We
didn't bring any instruments.
Yeah.
Normally I do play music on these live streams.
Yeah, we normally totally do, but since we're traveling, we weren't able to bring any kind of instruments. How long's the chat going to be? I'm not totally sure how long we're going to stream for, just kind of probably till we're bored. More people are flooding in, so I feel like we can just chill for a while.
Real quick, viola is the best instrument in the string orchestra. I'll go you one further. Viola is the best instrument, period.
I do like the viola. I would say cello is my favorite, though, sorry. Everyone here is going to die, eventually, unless something crazy happens to technology and they manage to upload our consciousnesses. Thank you, Justin. That's super sweet of you that you like our album that much. A lot of people posted their Spotify, like, years, and Crutch was on it, and it made me so
I was surprised.
happy.
Like, it was, like, physical proof that
I was like, people
actually
listen to it on Spotify. You're prettier than Billie Eilish. Stop. Get out of here, Laser Man. Watched a video yesterday where you couldn't buy the peanut butter because of the price, and I calculated it out, and the jar of peanut butter was, like, $90. No, sorry. The
Icelandic krona conversion online is really bad. I don't know why.
It's 10 to 1. It was $10.
Yeah, Google fucked it up.
Yeah.
When we first got here, we noticed that too. Like, the conversions were a little off, but it's really $9.
Yeah, it was like $9. And Julia, we can totally do a live and play your guitar when we visit.
Who needs an instrument? Go to like acapella. We were thinking about doing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Should we do it?
Okay, let's do it.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Like a light bulb.
And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows.
Like a light bulb.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
Like a light bulb.
They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game.
Like a light bulb.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
like a light bulb.
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him.
Loved him.
As he shouted out with glee.
Like a light bulb.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Like a light bulb. Thank you, guys. I need my meds.
There we go.
I don't know, so you guys...
That's... There was always one motherfucker in elementary school. Like, when we used to sing that would do, like a light bulb, every single time. And I, like, wanted to punch that kid so bad. And then I mentioned that to Kaylee, and she was like...
Bye, Annis.
She's like, yeah, that was me. I was the kid that always did that.
It was like a proto meme of, like, the people that do they, like, edit the songs now to make the singer just sing the same thing over and over again. Like, the In a Bag version of the Gorillaz song.
Ooh, bonus track. I was thinking about releasing Stargazer as just like an offshoot bonus track.
Like doing a single?
Yeah, just... Ooh, did I just leak a song title? I leaked a song title. I wonder if anyone caught it.
Oh, no. We're staying in us. Hi. Did you ever do this? Lynn is doing this.
This land is my land. It's not your land. What is that, the JonTron version?
Yeah, the JonTron version. Oh my god. Shh, guys.
so gay. Everyone did that when we sang real. And just everyone said like a light bulb. I know everyone did it, and everyone thought they were a genius.
Sweet Thomas Edison's rolling over in his grave like a light bulb. We're like Nikola Tesla's rolling over in his grave.
Oh.
Is there going to be aggressive rap on the album? Yeah, we're thinking of going more in like a 21 Pilots direction.
I was thinking like Death Grips, dude. Just like get fucking wild.
Yeah, I think that'll be really good. Ugh. Like Monopoly.
And we missed a lot of chats. Oh well.
Everyone was just kind of talking about our song, and if we miss something important that you've said, but only if it's important, don't be spammy or I'll tell you.
Yeah, we'll probably never cover 21 Pilots again. Nate begged us to do it, and
it's just like whenever you cover 21 Pilots, you have a bunch of people that are like really happy about it and are really nice, and then you have a bunch of people that are like, this isn't enough, like, I want it to sound exactly like 21 Pilots version. They're like, this doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like 21 Pilots.
Especially because I tried really hard to not make my voice sound like Tyler Joseph, because that's not how I sing.
And we also tried to do like something different.
And everyone was like, I don't like how you sing it. I was like,
we just wanted to make it different and fun, and people were like,
I just sing it in my voice. It's just my
30 people are here. Hi, 30 people. Oh God, Nate.
I think your cover is better than the original. Oh my goodness, there's one.
There's one.
Thanks, Julia.
I'm indifferent. I am also indifferent. I am totally indifferent. I don't hate them.
I'm sure you guys get this a lot, but you guys are so cool. Like, you respond to people and shit. Hell yeah, and if you order our CD, we even will write you a letter. You should cover Holland 1945. Well, I play it all the time on guitar.
And we were listening to it earlier today.
Yeah, so I maybe.
I think that Nate is sometimes silly, but I think he's really he's a talented boy, and he works hard. I
love Nate for all his things.
Yeah, and I really do love him.
I thought Nate's new video was the best one he's done so far.
Yeah, I think that Nate has been so kind to us, and I think that he's very intelligent. Yeah.
Do you have Crutch on vinyl?
And
no, but we are going to be making limited edition copies of our new album on vinyl and cassette.
Oh, thank you, Robo Sushi. Yeah, we're like a manic pixie dream girl and like the indie bro from every indie movie.
I heard somebody refer to you guys as the poor man's Titanic, Sinclair, and Poppy. Titanic, Sinclair, and Poppy wish they were as cool as us.
We're the poor man's Titanic, Sinclair, and Mars Argo.
Yeah, she doesn't like that. I found you guys through the Cave Town cover.
Oh, really?
Kaylee does not like that, but I do enjoy the Cave Town cover.
I like it. Maybe at some point I didn't like it. I think it's fine. I think
Can't
the
wait
video
to get a
was
physical
really good.
copy of Crutch. We just got to figure it out, and we'll send one your way.
I remember what I was gonna say. We would theoretically order vinyl if like enough people.
A Crutch vinyl probably is not gonna happen.
Yeah, for the next CD, just because if enough people seem like they might be interested in getting vinyl for our next record, we might do it. It's just expensive to get vinyls made. Like, in order to have it be affordable, we'd have to do like a print of like 100 vinyl, and then if we couldn't sell like 100, then it'd be like we'd still lose money.
Do I have permission to burn the YouTube versions onto a disc and just play it? Yeah, of course.
You have permission to do whatever you want. Once we upload it for free on YouTube, you can do it, and you can listen to however you want to.
I need to get back on that shot. Hell yeah, you do. Another thing that's like really weird about being in a band, and like all of our subscribers and fans are like our friends, and so like I'm like friends with these people, but a lot of people will still like leave comments on our videos like giving like harsh criticism. It's like hearing It's like hearing harsh criticism from like one of your friends, and so it's like it's not the same as just like some shitty one-off YouTube comment that like talks shit on us, which I don't mind that at all.
I welcome it.
If it's just some random nobody on the internet, I'm like, fuck off, pal. Like, I don't give a shit about you.
I also like when our people.
Now that is a fact I can stand by.
I also like when our people that watch us all the time.
This is some honky bullshit is my favorite shit talk I've ever gotten online in my history.
This is some honky bullshit.
It's like on one of our...
And I was like, well, yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, Jane, I like when our people who watch us a lot leave comments that are criticism. Also, because I feel like it means more. Because it's obviously not just somebody who's, like, just trying to troll.
Thank you so much, The Fish Sandwich Show.
And guys, go check out The Fish Sandwich Show. He does these awesome vlogs.
He does, like, very realist vlogs.
Yeah, it's like art, you know? It's like an Ingmar Bergman film, but, like, on YouTube.
It's just, like, the most random everyday stuff that he makes very interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at this. We're getting the thumbs.
Yeah, Fish Sandwich Show rocks.
What's your favorite book? Go ahead, you go first.
Okay, so my favorite book, probably, like, fantasy book, not fantasy book, like, nonfiction. Fantasy implies something totally different. Sorry, not fantasy. Ignore that I said fantasy. Fiction. Jesus Christ. My favorite fiction book is called Rant, and it's a book by Chuck Palahniuk, who wrote Fight Club, and it's really good. It's like a dystopian world a future where the world becomes too overpopulated, so you have to pick whether you want to live during the daytime or the nighttime, and, like, you want to become, like, a nocturnal person or a diurnal person, and, like, so the world gets kind of split up, and then this, like, rabies epidemic starts, and it's super duper good, and it's written in the style of, like, interviews. Like, this event happens, and it's, like, written in, like, interviews by cops and detectives after this crazy event happens. So it is so good. It is so good. Everybody should read it. You can literally just, like, search for, like, a PDF online, and you can read it, like, on your iPhone or whatever. Also, one of my favorite books is World War Z. I know that the movie is hot garbage. That book was called Rant by Chuck Palahniuk, the guy that wrote Fight Club. So
I was going to say my favorite book is Rant, just to piss Kaylee off.
If you can't spell Fight Club...
She keeps trying to read it out loud to me, and
I know, I keep trying to read it out loud
to him.
So if you can't spell Chuck Palahniuk, just search for, like, Fight Club, the author, then search his name, and it's called Rant. Anyway, and then World War Z...
Hello, Amber Hill.
Hey, Amber.
Welcome.
World War Z... The movie's garbage. The book is totally different. The book has nothing to do with the movie. The book is also written in, like, interview style. The book is, like, written, like, after the zombie apocalypse is over and they've handled the zombies, and this guy's going around interviewing survivors about, like, well, how did the zombie apocalypse look like in China, and how did the zombie apocalypse look like in Hawaii on the tiny island, and the book is so good. It is, like, totally
What's
fantastic.
the most uncomfortable thing you've done for YouTube music?
Thank you, Amber.
Yeah, for sure playing in the talent show with Nate was the most uncomfortable thing. Because I am a bearded adult playing bass in a high school band. Yeah, that was... that was pretty awkward.
Yeah, Jane, like there's, like... The World War Z book has, like, sections that are just about, like, they're totally standalone sections, and one of them is, like, just about, like, how the Russian government became super authoritative and, like, took total control over, like, their citizens during the zombie apocalypse, and it's, like, interviewing, like, a survivor of, like, the authoritative Russian government. And then another one is, like, interviewing, like, an American about how, like they would train dogs to help them, like, save people during the zombie apocalypse. One of the sections is about, like, how super rich people would hire mercenaries to, like, protect them because, like, the police became overwhelmed. And there's, like, a whole, like, chapter about, like, how rich people were able to, like, afford to survive by hiring mercenaries. Like, it's super duper good.
God damn, my head looks so big when I go this close.
Yeah, yeah, I know Tate's read it. It's so good.
Okay, so... my favorite book is Animal Farm by George Orwell, and I read it my sophomore year of high school, and it made me really interested in the Russian Revolution, and then I not only loved the book, but I also loved, like, reading all about the Russian Revolution, because that is very, very interesting, and it's cool to see, like, how things, like, happen after, like, a legit revolution, and how things can either go one way or another, and it's just, like, the tiniest things can influence that, and it ended up going in this direction, and it ended up going terribly.
Hi, AA Battery. How are you? We're doing great. It's lovely.
Bro,
here.
I love history.
And,
history is by far my favorite subject, but I'm so bad at it. Ugh.
And Amber, Iceland is very good. It's a lot warmer here than we thought, and it's really beautiful. Things are a little expensive to buy food, so we've been buying groceries a lot.
I always misquote Animal Farm because I don't remember it well enough to quote it for real.
Also, if you guys are looking for something to read that's like crazy short, an amazing short story.
Oh, The Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx.
That is
it's
also
1 page long, and you can just it will awaken your third eye, and you'll just bing.
Okay, but in all seriousness, a really good short story is called "The Machine Stops" by E.M. Forster. It's like probably one of the first. It is kind of cold, Amber, but it's warmer than we thought.
Cold. It was supposed to, every other year they have feet of snow, but this year it's just sideways rain.
Yeah. But anyways, The Machine Stops is like one of the first dystopian books ever. It was written in 1909, right? By Orwell.
Later, George Orwell.
So basically,
anarchy is like communism, but not corrupt.
I want to talk about.
That's why we're anarchists.
I want to talk about The Machine Stops for a second.
I know you're gonna talk about the long thing, but then I can't read the chats.
Okay. Yes, anarchy is awesome. The Machine Stops. It's like written in 1909, and it's about like a dystopian world where everyone lives in these little pods, and they have screens in front of them, and food is brought into them on trays, and they never have to leave their pods, and they're like all isolated, and then like this one guy is like, I don't like this. I have like miss human connection, and then he leaves his pod and like turns off the whole machine that keeps everybody in their pods, and everybody gets pissed at him. But it's written in 1909, like literally in 1909. Yeah, it's like The Matrix or like fucking Wall-E, where everyone like is in their little thingies. Like,
probably influenced all those.
Yeah, and he wrote it so long ago. E.M. Forster was a genius. He wrote a ton of cool stuff.
Damn, they got some good internet over there in Iceland. You guys are coming through real clear here in the States. Good audio and great video. That is great to hear because we are we are like staying in a super cheap Airbnb that's like under construction. But the guy hooked it up with the Wi-Fi, and he hooked us up with an adapter.
Yeah, this guy's awesome.
They actually forgot our luggage entirely on the plane.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I would tell you guys they lost our luggage, so we had like no clothes or toiletries for like 2 days.
And we had no power adapters, so we thought that we were going to be completely free of electronics, which I can't do 5 minutes without my phone. Like, that would have been bad.
So but then he like got us a power adapter, we have Wi-Fi in here. But then they got us our luggage eventually, but we had to buy clothes in Iceland, and everything is so expensive. And that we spent $300 just buying one outfit for each of us, and we went to the cheapest store we could find. One outfit for each of us, and shampoo and conditioner. They gave us a toothbrush and like some deodorant at the airport, but
especially because I brought presents for all of you folks in the UK that I'm coming to visit, and
we thought we had a.
And Jay, I know even though you can't come, I'm gonna send Connor with a gift for you. I brought you a gift, as well as some candy.
But yeah, at least they hand delivered it to our door. $300 is pocket change for an oil prince like me.
He lives in Kuwait, right?
Bo was here. He knows
Bo lives in where?
Bo lives in Dubai, and
the UAE. That's right.
Yeah, and
Kuwait. Man, we really got a global audience here today. I ran out of data. Oh no!
They don't give you Wi-Fi
without data.
They don't give you Wi-Fi at all.
I remember my school Wi-Fi just blocked all the good shit.
I don't think everyone in Iceland is rich. I just think like
everyone in Iceland is poor, if anything.
I just think certain things are cheap.
They all are like average.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like the cost of living is pretty high, but I think that like housing is not that expensive, and like travel's not very expensive, and they have a good social safety net.
What's the staff Wi-Fi? Is that like
for like? She's on the staff, like probably the school's Wi-Fi. Ooh. She probably got like the nurse probably gave her the Wi-Fi.
Nice.
Back when we were in high school, they would not give us a Wi-Fi password because they thought we would misuse it.
My school, they would change the Wi-Fi password every single day. Who are you guys Smash Bros. Mains? Okay, I'm Jigglypuff, and I just float the fuck around because I usually play 4-player with all my friends, and I just float the fuck around until everyone else dies, and then I get in a one-on-one at the very end and lose, but it's fine because I take number 2 every single time. Silver medal.
Fox is like a general good like main no matter what the Smash game is, but I also really like Solid Snake on the one that came out for the Wii, and I haven't played the newest couple ones. But
Nathan, you're absolutely right. Things do cost a lot because it has to be imported.
Sheik's really good.
Everything, legit. It's a remote island in the middle of the Arctic, so like they have to import everything, and so it's just. Plus, the Icelandic currency crashed a couple years ago.
Did any of y'all play Mortal Kombat? Any of the new Mortal Kombats? Mortal Kombat 9, 10.
School sucks. They block online games. Can't even watch Netflix. I know. The school. Once you get to university, it's fine.
Yeah.
We don't
University, they just...
You could watch straight up Pornhub while you're in class.
No, you can't.
I mean, on the Wi-Fi. But, I mean, like, the other students will be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Stop doing that.
I'm talking about the social implications.
Bro, we should play Smash if you want to get wrecked. I'll float all over your ass.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the new Mortal Kombat coming out. I have like the Mortal Kombat for my DS that came out. You don't bring your own Wi-Fi to school. What does that even mean? Bring your own Wi-Fi. Use your hotspot. Use VPNs. Yeah,
there you go.
Good. I used to use the VPN at home for various reasons.
Had kids in high school that did watch porn in class.
Oh, I'm sure there were kids that...
If someone's doing that,
I definitely have seen
people... I think you're allowed to kick them in the balls. I think that the headmaster will understand that it was deserved.
Yeah, hotspots are like the little... Usually your phone can have a hotspot, or you can actually buy a hotspot device. You guys not have portable Wi-Fi pod things? I mean, people's phones have Wi-Fi hotspots on them, and some people buy, like, Wi-Fi hotspots. They're, like, little devices, but they're obscenely expensive. Like, you have to get, like, one on your phone plan, and they usually are, like, an additional $50 a month, or at least $30 a month, depending on your phone carrier. And places in the United States almost always have Wi-Fi, so it, like, doesn't make any, like, financial sense to do that.
I sat behind someone watching porn on the bus once.
That's horrible.
Were they wearing a trench coat?
Yeah.
Stay away from this person.
Icelanders only work about 30 hours a week because they get paid really well. Yeah, it seems, and the businesses aren't even open.
They're all closed.
Yeah.
All the time.
Sundays, nothing's open. And even on weekdays, things are only open from like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's like nobody works that much, which I think is a nice
Rainbow Six Siege is my favorite game. I want to play Rainbow Six Siege, but I feel like the entry level is way too high. Like, you have to be really good, and
the learning curve.
And I heard that people are toxic.
Hi, how are you, Matt?
It's Matt.
Guys, everyone say hi to Matt on the tip of your tongue. He has a YouTube channel, and he makes music, and it's amazing, and y'all should subscribe to him, and he's fantastic.
Nathan is just spitting truth about Iceland. Yeah, they do have really cheap energy here because of...
geothermal.
And we went and saw some of that stuff today. Like, we saw... What was it called? When it goes...
Geyser. We saw a
geyser. Went to the geyser today.
Yeah. Friend gave me a free VPN thingy.
And I'd be glad to give it a try if y'all want it.
Give it to y'all. A free VPN thingy? Like, is it like a portable VPN?
Who's Matt? If you don't know Matt, then you need to go to
Matt is
On the Tip of Your Tongue.
On the Tip of Your Tongue.
And he has a YouTube channel with music all over it. A great backlog.
And he's rad, yeah. See, Amber saw your cover. Would you move to Iceland? I think after visiting, probably not.
I like the environment, but I don't think that the people would like us.
It feels a little isolated, and people are a little quiet, and I don't think it's like
very, very introverted here. Like,
Matt is cute.
We already said this earlier in the stream, but there's probably
it's a VPN subscription. Oh, that would honestly be pretty dope.
People in Iceland are very hard to talk to. Like, they don't want to have conversations. The longest conversation we've had with someone was a waitress who ended up being an American.
Yeah,
She's like, oh, I'm from Austin, Texas.
No, we actually talked to 2 waitresses who were from Iceland who were very helpful when we first got here, and we didn't have any of our stuff, and we needed to ask them where to get clothes.
Hey, Nate, we were just talking trash on you earlier, pal.
Nate! We were talking about how Nate is a slave boy who we love very much and who has helped us so much. That's literally what I said.
I said straight up, fuck Nate is lame. But that's just me.
But everyone knows that it's just the beef, you know what I mean?
I did invite...
I called you a heretic.
I did invite Nate and Bailey to come to Iceland with us next time.
Absolutely, you guys should come.
There's enough room in this Airbnb for another couple to stay.
Absolutely, this bed is huge.
Whoa! Whoa! Shit, I'm late. Sorry. No worries, pal.
Honestly, I'm having a good time. I'm probably planning on you're cool with hanging out for a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, sure. As long as there's people here who want to hang out, I'll hang out.
Iceland, more like Nateland. Can I come too? I'll sleep in a suitcase. Absolutely. I think we should do, like, honestly, Tate, tickets are not that expensive to go to Iceland. We could totally do, like, a friend trip, go to Iceland,
Looking
take a bunch of,
forward
make
for
a bunch of
Sunday.
vlogs.
Oh, we are so excited on Sunday. If anyone else here is in the UK area and wants to meet up on Sunday, please just find me on Twitter. I'm at Scooter W. Bush. We're going to be in England. We're going to be near Peterborough. So if you're anywhere near Peterborough, England,
yes,
message us because
we are going to
be hanging out and we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to eat Nando's and we're just going to shoot the shit for a while, I think. Kind of like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. So even if you can't come, you can still hang out with us on our YouTube channel. So, but it should be really exciting and you guys can all...
Thanks to the sweet people who just subscribed me. Thanks, Nate, for the super chat. This is, if you know anything about Iceland, you just gave us 2 cents, pretty much.
We appreciate it, Nate. Ice cream here.
Actually, wait, no, give it back to him. Last time I super chatted to him, he denied it. He declined it and sent it back to me.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'll take his money. Thanks, baby.
Yeah, the economy sucks.
Yeah.
Wait till you see our new video, Nate. We kind of went full commie.
We just kind of like...
we may have ranted about capitalism.
We may have gone on a little rant about how all the tourists are just like young people wandering around because...
Save it. They could watch it on the video.
Oh yeah, I take them once.
Kiwi is a commie. We're actually anarchists. I don't know.
I'm an anarcho-syndicalist.
She's an anarcho... I'm more of like a straight up classic anarchist.
Yeah. Anarchism, young one.
I don't believe that any human being should have power over any other human being.
Yeah, so let's get rid of these hierarchies.
Oh, coming from the guy who made a religion video without saying anything mean to anyone.
You're the most PG-rated anarchist? Hey, Nate, just wait till I just go full left tube.
Hey, Nate, just
Comrade.
wait. Nate makes his little G-rated religion video and then comes over here and says that.
Ooh, Strain's coming in with truth bombs that Nate likes JonTron. You guys, we just went over this. Everyone say that...
Wow, these anarcho-punks are mysterious. We're like anarcho-punks that play pop music.
Yeah.
I'm going to convert Kiwi to a socialist. Here's my problem with socialism. Okay. Kiwi wants everything to be just handled kind of similarly to the way we run things right now, where I think we need to uproot the system entirely.
You are speaking for me. And I have explained this to you so many times that there's a big difference between the pragmatic and the idealist, right? Ideally, I want to uproot the whole fucking system, but pragmatically, obviously, I'm going to root for democratic socialists in the meantime.
I mean, I guess if a democratic socialist actually runs and has a decent platform, then maybe I'll vote for them. But that seems like just so impossible. I say we instead all get together and decide to uproot the system. No government. Hey, they said that too.
God save the Queen. Hashtag Brexit. I'm reading here on my phone. See, Michael's whenever I try to get Michael in any kind of like discussion, instead of like talking about anything reasonable, he's like, "Well, we should all just magically convert to anarchism with the snap of our fingers and do like a decentralized cryptocurrency." And
because I think Democrats are bad.
Obviously, Democrats are bad.
And the DNC is going to control any democratic socialist in our country.
Democrats are literally just like centrist Republicans.
Yes,
and then the modern Republican Party.
The Democrats are bad, and they're just going to control everything anyways. So what's the point?
Okay, this is just it's hard.
This is how it has to be.
Look, there's no better way to do this.
There we go.
Libertarianism will rule the world. All right, good luck with your feudal lords. Anytime Kiwi and I argue, it's just me listening to a lecture and not getting it. I'm sorry.
Where's
money for that rash?
I'm pretty sure that Tate, or I'm pretty sure that TOBG show got your wrath of left wing.
I know, that's what he just said. He's like, it was interesting. I know.
What rash? What are you talking about?
I think that the Democrats...
This?
Yes, Fish Sandwich Show. We uploaded a vlog yesterday, and we're working on a new vlog also.
Our new vlog will be much better than what we did yesterday.
Yeah, the other one was kind of lazy, but this one's a little more put together.
Any music recommendations? Well, today I really got into the Dismemberment Plan for the first time.
Yeah, Michael hadn't heard of the Dismemberment Plan.
And I listened to a bunch of their stuff, and they were really good.
Yeah, they're kind of like crucial to the development of indie music back in the day. And they're really good. If you haven't heard the Dismemberment Plan, I would highly recommend them.
Matt probably hates the Dismemberment Plan. He's about to... Oh, God, Nate. Just... All right. You know what? I like Trench, and I like Vanilla Ice Cream. I also like talking about the weather. Friends is a great TV show. You should do all that stuff.
Yeah, Jane, see... Other people might get rants about left-wing shit from me, but Jane's already a comrade, so she just gets rants about the origins of indie music.
Do you know the band My Chemical Romance?
Yes, I do.
Who are they?
Do you guys want to hear about indie music? So, nowadays, we think of as...
Coming from the guy who adores... Don't you adore Coldplay? You actually were tweeting about liking Coldplay the other day. And I don't even like Coldplay. I just like A Rush of Blood to the Head. And a bit of... what's the other one? With Yellow.
Favorite communist musician would be Woody Guthrie.
My favorite communist musician is John Lennon.
But basically, the origins of indie music. So nowadays we think of indie music...
Parachutes, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, Parachutes great too.
I do like Parachutes.
So now we think of indie music as like a sound, right? It's like, you think of indie music and you think of...
Rah, rah, Rasputin. Lady Gaga totally ripped that off. Okay. Rah, rah, Rasputin. And then hers is rah, 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 rah. I think we need to have a lawsuit here.
Okay. The point I'm trying to make is that indie music is now known as a sound, but really what happened is that back in the day, there were a few bands that were independent, right? Yes, Elephant Six Collective. Basically, there were bands back in the day that were literally independent, indie, as in not attached to a record label. And because they were independent, they were able to experiment more and kind of go off the beaten path from bands that were having to make like mainstream rock and roll music or even like mainstream grunge music. Like all the grunge artists were like signed and they were expected to like fit into a grunge sound and stuff like that. But then there were a few bands that were independent. And these bands like...
Bye, friend.
Bye, Morning Toast.
Peace and love from Iceland.
And there's quite a few bands. And, Matt can help me out here with thinking of some bands. But, obviously, Neutral Milk Hotel and the Dismemberment Plan.
I will, Julia.
Sounds good. Bye, Nate.
Nate, I liked your most recent video. I thought it's the best one you've done so far, so...
Yeah.
I hope you keep going down that path. Good job, pal.
Yeah, I have my own problems with grunge music.
I love Olivia Tremor Control, dude. They are fucking sick.
Yeah, but basically, these bands were making their own kind of music, and they were independent, but they still managed to find a success within that kind of music sound, and other bands kind of were influenced by them, and were still being called indie, and eventually it got turned into, Flaming Lips, exactly. Like Built to Spill. I mean, they were not as popular, but within the Midwest and stuff like that. But then eventually it became known as just a sound, right? And then even other bands that are independent aren't necessarily called indie, because indie is now like a sound that kind of embodies a combined sound from all these different bands that were originally independent and breaking off from the mainstream.
So we might have a government shutdown on the 21st. We're actually fine getting through customs because we'll be back just barely before that.
Yeah, Jawbreaker. Oh yeah.
I remember when I
Flaming Lips,
tried
too.
to start a discussion about modern day swears and slurs, and Scooter denied it by going racist bad. Were you trying to talk about racial slurs?
Yeah, talking about racial slurs or because
I'll stand by that.
because I think I stand by. I will defend Scooter in his statement, racist bad.
What a dumbass. Scooter's dumbass said racist shit is bad.
But I do a radio. Ooh, I love Kid A. Kid A is the best Radiohead album. Changed my mind.
Jawbreaker is sick, although their reunion was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, exactly. Even bands that are now like signed or stuff.
I think King Gizzard would be considered independent, but not indie, because indie has turned into a genre.
Yeah, a genre now.
Greetings from New Zealand. Hello.
Top 5 albums of the year.
Whew, I don't know if we're educated enough. My favorite album of the year was 7 by Beach House. I thought it was amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. Obviously, Cry 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 by Wolf Parade.
2017.
Was that 2017?
Oh, no, that's 2018.
That's 2018. You stopped playing guitar for us. Well, thank you, Corey Daniel.
Yeah, and how it's used and how slurs and swears change over time. And you just missed my whole point. Well, it's kind of hard to understand points sometimes over text message, so I'm sorry. I'm not even sure if you're not like a racist edgelord who's gonna like start telling me that it's okay to say like terrible shit. I'm trying to be like a good influence on younger people here.
I would say when it comes to like the way that things have changed is like it just depends on how it's a context of how they were used over a long period of time. The whole historical context, not just how something is used. Like using like slurs for Romani people, you know, to explain that somebody like cheated you out of something, for example, is still not okay. You know, even if you're not using it to refer to a Romani person that cheated you out of something, it's still not okay to do that. Just because it evolved over time and people say that and don't mean it in a racist way doesn't mean that it's okay to say.
I have a friend who has a label out in Salt Lake. He signs all their friends to it because he's in the in crowd. So it's not like selling out, but they have music production because everyone helps each other out. Yeah, I mean, I think independent labels are just considered as like not a major label. Like you could be an independent label and still have like a ton of fans and a huge following. Like I'm trying to think of one, like Elephant Six, like
Benjamin.
Some of the bands Matt was talking about.
Benjamin, that's a great point. Just want to say.
What?
You're smart. You're a smart man.
People who want to use offensive slurs just for the sake of free speech are stupid. Yeah, right. I'm not. I consider myself a free speech absolutist, but like that doesn't get you off from criticism. Like I can still call you a moron if you say shit. Everyone on Lookout was indie, even Green Day. You say Green Day's indie? You're gonna look me in the face and say that Green Day's indie?
Like it's exactly what I'm saying. Like indie, like Tech Nine is indie, and that he has no label. You know.
I actually like Green Day.
So it just
I'll call Green Day indie rock superstars. Yeah, they started as an indie rock band, and then they turned into, like, a stadium rock supergroup. Free speech means no legal consequences, not social consequences. Yes, that is the ultimate woke mind. Boom!
Yeah, and all these people who talk about, like, oh, YouTube banned somebody's channel, that's an assault on free speech, are just absolutely missing.
Wish CBGB's was still open, but whatever. Honestly, like, early Ramones is some of my favorite music of all time. Like, I dressed up as Joey Ramone for Halloween 2 years ago, and I play their songs all the time. Like, the first couple Ramones records are blissful.
Semi-Pots, I agree. Green Day is okay. They are okay. It's really funny. I like the over-exaggeration and satire in the sound. That's why I like it. Yeah, I think, talking about King Gizzard, or?
New Green Day sucks. I will agree with you there.
Most Green Day sucks. I will,
No. Old Green Day was some of the best pop rock of all time. Green Day is dead. Yes, Green Day died in 2009 and it was very sad. Yes, Revolution Radio was better than the triple album. It was a lot better than the triple album, but that's just because the triple album was so bad.
AM? Wait, is it AM? Are we talking about
Monkeys.
AM Arctic Monkeys?
Can't deny Dookie as a class. Yeah, it's like Dookie is. That was the record growing up.
Dookie is the least bad.
It's amazing. Dookie and the Weezer Blue album defined alternative radio in the 90s. Plunk is so good, but that's like the underground.
I don't want to like totally like discount. Yeah, I won't. I don't want to totally discount Green Day's like influence on stuff. It's just that I hate Billy Joe Armstrong's voice so much. It's like so many Green Day fans will complain about like Pearl Jam, like Eddie Vedder's voice, because they sound like he's like trying too hard to be manly or whatever. But Billy Joe Armstrong does that same shit. His voice sounds the same to me.
Pinkerton is better than Blue album, honestly. Well, that's just because you're a hipster, Matt. You have the hipster disease.
I think that Avril Lavigne probably did not die in 2003, but it's really fun to kind of dive into.
Have you guys ever like looked up the tabs to Skater Boy and the chords, like musically? Like, holy fuck, that song's pretty interesting.
And
like Skater Boy, just like if you take out the lyrics and the vocals and you just think about like the chord changes and the modulation she uses, it's like, damn, it's some pretty damn good songwriting.
The Fish Sandwich Show, yeah, Fish Sandwich Show. He saw the rise of the independent labels back in the 70s, and all the punk bands they refused to sign the two major labels. See, Fish Sandwich Show has the real historical context. We could all learn a lot from him.
That's why I love NoFX, because in the 90s, when every single punk band was getting an easy ride to fame, NoFX gave them all the finger and decided to just do their own thing, that's very punk rock in my mind.
Can we,
I disagree with a lot of what Fantano and ARTV say. I'll
what
straight up say that I disagree with everything that Mellon says, that piece of shit. He has no hair on his head, and I have a lot of hair on my head. I am the exact opposite of Anthony Fantano, okay?
And ARTV, what's his name? John?
John, yeah.
He is a hypocrite.
Why? I like him.
No, he made an entire video about how people should not listen to 6ix9ine because of his allegations, which I think is very valid. 6ix9ine is a registered sex offender and is not a good dude. But then he will also made a video defending the brand new guy who also was literally charged with like soliciting sex from underage girls, because he says like, well, that was a long time ago. It's just that if he likes a band, he's okay with the guy being, like, fucking around with underage girls. But when it's somebody that he thinks the music is bad, like 6ix9ine, then he'll totally go off on him and say that his fans are shitty people. So I think that he is intellectually disingenuous, and that...
What did Nathan say?
I have problems with that.
Nathan Hughes, yes. Blue, you bait... Pinkerton.
Yes, everybody, join the Fish Sandwich Show. Go like the Fish Sandwich Show.
Yeah, Fish Sandwich Show needs monetization.
Yeah, I told you guys earlier, but I know new people have come in. Fish Sandwich Show does like awesome like realist vlogs, and I love them.
Is that a hammer? Yes, that's why we got a cheap Airbnb, because it is still under construction.
Well, the next one, yeah, he's
yeah,
like
the one next to
this
us,
one,
and so we got it for like super cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The Wall, best album ever.
Yeehaw!
I don't necessarily agree, but it's a good pick.
MC Can't Rap. I feel like people.
We're all just yelling our musical opinions at each other. What are we doing here? Let's just come together and agree that King and Queen of the Losers is the greatest band of all time. Right?
I feel like it's a vast oversimplification to say that no one cares about the lyrics in just mainstream rap. I feel like...
I love Pet Sounds. Oh my god.
I feel like mainstream music in general might have a, certain attitude towards lyrics that are not as important, but I think that a misunderstanding of the themes of mainstream rap is maybe just like a not really caring to get into the cultural mindset, or... But I think that even mainstream rap is fantastic. I love Migos. I love Lil Pump. I think I genuinely love Lil Pump.
I don't stand by a lot of what she's saying. James, I agree. Cage the Elephant has put out some of the best rock music in the modern day. I loved Tell Me I'm Pretty. I thought that was a great record. Do you guys have any plans for your Iceland trip today? Actually, because of the time change, it is 11 p.m. in Iceland, so we already did our stuff. We went to a waterfall and a geyser today, and we went hiking around. Got to see the Ramones at least. Whoa!
Yeah, the OC is really good.
You straight up saw the Ramones, man.
Dude, there's so much to saw the Ramones.
I wish I had a time machine to go back and see like some of those bands. I just want to see them suck on stage. Part of the energy of it was that they were playing so raw and shitty. Like I love it.
Lil Pump is good music. His music is catchy.
I think that I'm talking about mainstream music, and they do favor content that is not lyrically deep. They don't want to take risks.
Yes,
they want to do what's already been proven to be successful.
I'm saying that people...
Alternative music, too. Alternative rock is the same thing in the modern day.
But people targeting rap is just this weird thing that I always see. That's completely unfair.
I talk shit on 21 Pilots more than any band ever, but I also will say that modern hip-hop is, in my opinion, pretty garbage and formulaic.
I'm not saying that it's not. But I'm also saying that if you pick on modern rap, you are not allowed to not hold everybody else accountable for having shit lyrics in terms of modern music. And I also think that Lil Pump, his lyrics are very specific to like a cultural slice of what's happening in music with SoundCloud rappers. I think that they are hilarious. His lyrics are actually hilarious. His songs are catchy. His beats are good. He has a good flow. And I think that he is a good musician.
That's all true, but he's not doing anything like you're talking about him like he's furthering like the artistic progress of music, but that's just not true. It's stationary.
I think that he is.
Justin wants to know, could you guys make a playlist on Spotify of some good bands like the ones you talked about here and bands that aren't very popular? I believe that Kiwi has already made or at least started a Spotify playlist.
I have a Say Hi to Your Mom Spotify playlist that is fire.
She loves Say Hi to Your Mom.
But I will absolutely make more Spotify playlists for you guys.
You can't discount an entire genre. You just have to take every song or artist as themselves.
Thank you, Sunbear. Yes.
I agree with that.
Yes. And also...
I only speak in generalizations too.
And then people will...
For the sake of argument.
And people will like target modern rap when like literally people like Kendrick Lamar are like incredibly popular modern rap, and his lyrics are probably more intricate than any other pop artist currently on the radio.
I will tell Kiwi I'll remind her to post that Spotify link to Say Hi.
Your dad got his chair stolen by Bruce Willis?
What?
That's amazing.
No way.
Will Smith is an amazing rapper.
This is actually awesome. Talking to a band that I actually love. That's very nice of you.
Thank you, Justin.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Kendrick is really good.
I haven't listened to much Kendrick, actually.
It's just people... Okay, I have a problem. I have a problem when people act as though you have to have lyrics, especially in rap music or hip hop music. when you have to have lyrics in rap music that are like super like, you know, complex or whatever for it to be good, for it to be heralded as good. Where hip hop is totally like, in terms of, you know, cultural, historical significance, has totally fallen into you know, just a certain topics and certain subjects, and
we hope to be on the map someday.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of good music around here too. We've been working on it for like the past 5 years, trying to get our scene going, and some good bands are starting to pop up. It's been really exciting. To go off of what you're saying, I'll concede you this point. Hip hop is destroying any other genre when it comes to like relevance and importance. Like no rock musician is breaking ground like in hip hop as far as hip hop.
Yikes, Ryan.
Even like
Behave
the
yourself.
best, if you think about like the best rock acts right now or alternative acts, like most of them even have like rap verses in their songs. Like hip hop is dominating our culture. Like rock is fucking getting its ass kicked. So I will concede you that. So it's way more relevant.
Yeah, and people will not allow hip hop to be about what hip hop was like originally about, like in terms of culture and history of hip hop. People are mad when rappers rap about like drugs and stuff.
I have
but,
no
like,
problem with that. I like music about drugs because that's like familiar to me. That's
Yeah.
like the life I grew up in, so I understand it.
Yeah, and where I think that is totally relevant and acceptable.
Jerry Lee Lewis is married to his 13-year-old cousin. He got married.
Ugh,
I never knew that.
that's horrible. Wingnut Dishwasher Union. Ooh,
I love
ooh,
Wingnut. Oh, that's
ooh,
Pat the Bunny is
forever.
one of my favorites of all time. Picking Sides by Wingnut Dishwasher Union is I love Courtney Barnett. She's also a
Courtney
queen.
Barnett's fantastic.
Actually, when we first started dating and we would like hang out, it's honestly kind of relevant because Kaylee and I used to just lay in bed and listen to Courtney Barnett and Ramshackle Glory like over and over again.
That was our ship.
I wish
Listen to
Pat the
none of
Bunny
them.
would just
Okay,
like
I will
come
take-
out and do a live stream so we could like talk to him for like 5 minutes.
I've
'Cause
seen.
I want to know what I've met him once. It was very.
I've seen him play twice, both as Ramshackle Glory though.
I went to
I agree with
a
my
Ramshackle
husband.
Glory show, and I got to meet Pat, and it was like very wholesome. I just went up to him, I was like, "Hi, Pat," and he was like, "Hello," and that was it. And that was all I wanted to say. I didn't want to be one of those people that like bugged him because everyone else was like bugging him, like, "Dude, you saved my life! Oh my gosh, I love your music so." And I didn't want to be that guy, so I was just like, "Hey, Pat," and he said hello.
I love AJJ. But I feel I obviously I think of like Pat the Bunny's music and AJJ as like both they're obviously both folk punk, but I also think
I think
of them.
AJJ is an indie rock band now.
Yeah, but I
Maybe
think
their
of
first
them,
album's folk punk.
but they're like very different. Like AJJ is more like musically put together, obviously, and it's more polished. But there's very good things about both of them.
Pat just sings about my life, which is like it's like weird how real the lyrics are to like my life that it's like almost scary sometimes. Yep. You all have to, and I didn't even like them. I wasn't even like, I mean, I like had fun at the show, but I didn't like them. Like I wasn't a fan when I showed up. Like the show was pretty good, but I knew nothing about them, and I just kind of was at the show. And Kaylee was selling meth.
No.
That's why you didn't show up.
I don't do that anymore. Your
Not
friend
for
could only name 6 bands, period.
I mean, I guess that's fine. Are they young?
I agree with my other husband. Man, school sucks. School does suck.
Is King Giz pronounced with a hard or soft G?
It's a G.
King Giz.
I've never been to a show. My dad saw like the Ramones, Negative Social, like that. Damn.
Wow.
Well, I hope that you get to go to a concert sometime.
And I hope you get
that
to come to a King and Queen of the Losers show sometime because we are going to get a booking agent and we're going to save up our money and we're going to make it happen.
Yes. But also, I think that you should have, I mean, if your dad went to those bands, then he might, I'm not sure how old you are, MC. I feel like you're maybe 16 or so.
I think he said he was 15 when I was talking to
15?
him.
But yeah, you should
Rip
get him to
King
get you to a
Giz?
show. Rip
I
King
didn't
Giz.
even get that's what you were saying
Oh,
until
you
you
didn't?
like typed it out.
Come to Brazil. Yes, I should. Luciano, Ohio.
Come to SLC, you cowards.
That's where we are most likely to come.
Yeah. Either there or Portland.
Do you guys ever plan to tour outside Idaho? We have toured in Salt Lake before. You guys a fan of John Bellion? I do like... I've heard a couple John Bellion songs. John Bellion was the favorite band of my friend that died.
Check your Twitter DMs. It's important. Where's my phone?
You just had it.
I can't find my phone, or else I would.
This is my phone.
There it
Your
is.
phone's right there. He found it.
Everyone should see the Pixies. I do love the Pixies.
Oh yeah, I love the Pixies. Yeah, it's okay. It was very sad. My friend overdosed on heroin like a month after we decided to get clean.
Wow.
So don't do drugs, guys. That's the overarching message, if you didn't notice from our album.
Once you put a needle into your arm, you are playing Russian roulette with the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time you shoot up.
Yeah, I mean, that's, it's, if you guys know the, lyrics to our song, the Peyton. This one's for Peyton, I really miss him. Yeah, that's, John Billion was Peyton's
I'm a
favorite
do acid. Well, if you're going to do it, make sure that you get a test kit online, and make sure that you are taking pure LSD and not a research chemical, because a research chemical will really mess you up. So please be safe and do not ingest any research chemicals. And
our policy is that none of our fans should do drugs, period.
But if they're going to,
we do
they should not do hard drugs, especially. I'm not gonna pretend to have like some 1980s anti-drug stance, Kaylee. I'm gonna try and teach people drug safety. If you're going to use drugs like marijuana, mushrooms, LSD, you just need to do it safely. Okay?
Yes.
I'm not gonna teach
Tate.
kids.
Yes, Tate, you have to do it safely.
I am not going to. Shut up, Tate. I am not going to tell people to never do drugs. Like it's like the people in sex ed who are like abstinence.
Yes, but our official policy.
I want to go to Amsterdam and do hella mushrooms. Like I said, just do it safely.
Just be safe.
And it will blow your mind.
Yes.
How do I get my hands on DMT? You live in Kuwait, so let's just chalk it up as an L right now.
Yeah, big L.
Even if you're like in Portland, Oregon, or Amsterdam, it's not easy to find.
Yes, and we will not help you find it. You guys got to figure that shit out on your own. Where do I look? Yeah, I guess you move.
Send me... Wow, that sounds like the worst idea ever. Shipping the most illegal drug internationally? No,
sounds like something I will never do.
Weed is the only drug I support.
Stay safe and don't commit not alive.
I wouldn't
Jake.
say that I support weed, but I will... If someone... I'm not going to pretend like marijuana, mushrooms, and LSD are as bad as hard drugs. I think it's a different thing.
Alcohol imported? Damn, that's crazy. He'll ask you riddle 3. Yes. Obviously some are commit alive, please. Yes, everyone here commit alive.
Guys, don't do marijuana because it might affect with your Adderall or your Wellbutrin or your Prozac or your other serotonin uptake inhibitors and your Monster Energy drinks or just don't do it.
Michael's going this route.
I am going this route.
Personally, I hate alcohol. I've had bad experiences myself.
Later, Matt. Take care.
Bye, Matt. I love you so much. Everyone go subscribe to Matt.
Everyone commit alive. Let's all commit alive. I'm gonna head off, dudes. Thanks for the scene. See you.
Bye, Semi Pots.
Take. Bye.
I honestly can't believe alcohol is legal either. I think
it is crazy how something like psychedelic mushrooms has killed 0 people in its existence.
Hi, Gabrielle.
Yet alcohol is one of the most... It has the highest rate of fatality right next to smoking. Smoking's number 1, and then alcohol. Yet something like psychedelic mushrooms that can lead you on a spiritual journey is completely illegal. That just goes to show you what government propaganda can do.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
And hypocritical.
Yeah. That's true, Quay Daniel.
Well, wait until you get here, mate, down to the pub.
We need to reinstate, yes, Laserman, reinstate the prohibition. Ensure big lobbies behind that.
That's what I'm saying, Ben. Alcohol can cause so many problems in a person's life.
Yeah.
Whereas these other drugs that can get you time in prison, like serious time in prison, are still illegal. But it has been proven that psilocybin can help people quit smoking, can get over PTSD. Yeah, they are actually starting FDA trials for low dose psilocybin for depression, which is kind of interesting. And I hope that's what I'm saying. Well. If you do these things, and while it's illegal, maybe it is true to just never do it because it could land you in jail, and that's a huge risk. So maybe it is better to just never do it, but I think it's insanely hypocritical that our society is built. And Gabrielle, we are just on a vacation because we've been working really hard at school, and we
we just decided we need a vacation. And welcome to the live stream. Thank you for hanging out with us.
I never thought I'd see the day where they had marijuana legalized here in the United States and Michigan just to legalize the other day.
Yeah, after the midterms. That's pretty exciting, huh? And Idaho,
I don't
expanded Medicaid.
I know I look like it, but I actually don't use marijuana. I can't stand it. I hate it. But I can't stand the propaganda against it.
Especially there are definitely like medical uses, and people do have therapeutic effects from using marijuana, and it's literally absurd that it's a Schedule 1. It is a Schedule 1 substance federally.
I've seen people who have really bad habits with marijuana and use it irresponsibly. And I've also had friends that use alcohol irresponsibly. I can't even stand to be around some of my friends that use alcohol irresponsibly. They just destroy their lives. They steal my shit. They go crazy. None of my friends who are addicted to marijuana ever did anything other than be extremely lazy.
Yeah. The Gizverse is straight up demonic sci-fi doom tales of the end of the world. It's depressing, but it's so damn cool. That sounds very interesting.
When I think about the end of the world, I don't get depressed. I get like a kind of a sense.
Yes, the side effects and dangers of alcohol are objectively greater.
And it's not even close, actually.
Ibuprofen, more like Weebuprofen. 10 out of 10 joke. Thank you, Jake. I'm 17.
She almost wouldn't say it because she was embarrassed.
I'm 17. I'm never going to drink or do drugs ever. I think that's
a good way to go.
That is a good way to go. I think that definitely I'm going to be honest with you guys. I started out by just doing like acid and shrooms and stuff like that. And even that had a negative effect on my life because a lot of people that do even just psychedelics also do other drugs, and it can be a gateway.
Because it's the legality of it.
Yeah.
Had to go to the hospital and have their stomach pumped from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, people and it's just a regular legal part of society. I don't think that everyone should do psychedelic mushrooms. I don't. I think it should be, like, people who are very comfortable with their mental health, and I think it should be people who are doing it safely.
Yes. Bye, Night Owl. Go have fun eating hot wings.
Enjoy them.
And Jane, I agree. The world, this whole slowly the world dying is pretty depressing.
Yeah, let's just do it fast. Fucking meteor. Let's go out like the dinosaurs, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that in my mind, because of the legality and because there are Sam Gabriel.
Exactly. If you have mental health issues, you should stay so far away from psychedelic drugs.
Yeah. I mean, and there's just negative things that can happen in general. Just if you have a lot of friends that are, doing various drugs, you can easily be pressured into doing the next thing. And it can be really dangerous, and that's what happened to me. And also there's, legal issues you could run into. And there's a lot of negative things about it. And it's because of the way our society's run, and it's because the way that people have addictive personalities.
But at the same time, things like LSD and psilocybin have been shown to help people who do it in controlled settings.
Yeah, with doctors.
I would never recommend like going out and just doing it to party, because that's not how it's intended to be used. It should be used for spiritual growth, if anything.
And that's what actual doctors are doing studies. And that's in a controlled way.
I don't think we're very far away from a society where psychedelic drugs like that are normal.
But people just dosing themselves is often not good. I got tipsy at a friend's party. Someone just had drank at a wedding. And that's very normal, I think.
If you are at the point where you have to lie about your drug use, you probably already have a problem.
And I mean, and if you're young, if you're young, period, I think there's always negative side effects to messing with your brain like that.
Psychedelic drugs should be used only by grown people.
And in a doctor's supervision and a government study.
Not government study, absolutely not. Under medical professional supervision, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. In a medical professional supervision. I'm not going to advocate.
Government involved, I'm out of it.
I'm not going to advocate for drug use on here. I advocate for sobriety. Reevaluate your life. With a lot of illegal drugs, they would not be as dangerous if they were controlled substances. Yes, absolutely, Goddess Fair Whisperer.
Yep, you hit it right on the head.
This is a huge problem. Is that, like, yes, when the government made LSD illegal...
I took a shot before I did a show once. Don't drink alcohol. You're too young.
You're too young. Bad for your brain. But, like, the government made LSD illegal, and then people would change one, chemical to make it something slightly different, to make it not illegal.
More dangerous.
Yeah, and it made it more dangerous. And that's why it's bad to just do drugs in general, because you don't know what you're going to be doing. When you're doing an illegal substance, you don't know what you're doing. So it's just a bad policy.
I am going to teach it like I would to someone who is wanting to have sex. And if you're going to do it safely, you need to use a test kit and make sure you're not because I know people are going to do acid.
Yes, but
I know that people are going to do it, and so if you tell them how to do it safely, then it's harm reduction.
Yes, fish sandwich show. I agree. But we are not the people to be telling young people our official policy is that we preach sobriety.
They were asking us.
Yes.
And so I would rather be honest and tell them how to not hurt themselves.
Bye, Nathan. Have a good night.
Bye.
See you on Sunday.
We're very excited.
Hey, Julia, what's up? She said, oi, lads.
Oi, lads. Send me a message on Facebook if you need to. Abstinence only education is that's how I feel about things like I don't think that everyone should never do LSD. I don't think that. I think that some people might want to do that, and I'm not going to be able to stop them.
Yes.
Or I can only in my power teach them how to not die, because if they don't hear that, they might get a research chemical and end up in a hospital bed. So
Yes.
I'm going to tell people how to do it safely.
I am not going to tell teenagers how to do drugs at all.
I just disagree
Not me.
with that.
They can look it up on their own time.
A research chemical people will tell you that they have acid, and they will tell you that this is real LSD. And then if you don't test it, you can get yourself really hurt.
Okay, so for example, LSD was, made illegal by the government very soon after its invention. And then soon after, people would take the chemical in a lab and they would change a molecule. And then what they would do is people would sell that because it would have a similar effect to LSD, and they would be able to sell it. But if they were gotten caught, right? If they were gotten caught with it, then they would not go to prison, because LSD you get huge prison sentences. So you could sell something that would make people feel basically the same as acid, but then once you got caught, you wouldn't go to prison because it wasn't technically illegal. It was like just a similar thing, a research chemical that was similar to LSD. But these research chemicals, because they're not quite LSD, they have more dangerous side effects. So for
Very dangerous.
A popular research chemical of LSD is called 2,5-I-N-bom, and 2,5-I-N-bom, for example, is like, it's LSD, but it also has some things that make, they're vasoconstrictive, they constrict your blood flow, and you can overdose on them, where no one's ever overdosed from LSD. You can go crazy for...
No one's ever died from LSD.
No one's ever died from LSD. You can, go crazy and do something crazy, but you can't literally die from the drug itself. But research chemicals that feel like LSD, you can die from them. And the fact of the matter is that
yes,
because...
I agree. This Goddess Fair Whisper person is just hitting it right on the head. How do you test that? You get it's $10 on the internet. You get a test kit that is a dropper. You drop it, and you drop one of the tabs, and make sure that it turns purple, or it'll have instructions.
Michael, I don't want to personally be the one to educate children.
I think it is called harm reduction.
Yeah, exactly. Fish sandwich. You're gonna have one bad time.
And it's very true. You could get arrested, and that would pretty much ruin your life. And it is insanely illegal.
Yes. This is damage control, but this
harm reduction, I would say, is
It is harm reduction. But you guys need to understand that odds are, right? If you are buying something from somebody on the street, they're telling you it's LSD, it's not. And then you're gonna look up, oh, well, LSD, nobody's ever overdosed on it, but you're not doing LSD. The odds of actually doing LSD in this day and age are very, very small. People don't want to make it because the prison sentences are huge, and there's all these research chemicals that are basically the same but a little bit different.
My drug and alcohol day job would not be good.
Yeah. Somebody they're building the Airbnb next to us.
It's under construction. Mm-hmm. That's how we were able to get it for so cheap.
Yeah, but so that's why and I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. The reason that I literally will tell people, especially young people that I meet that are like curious about this kind of stuff, who are like, well, I would never do meth, but I feel like I might have a fun time doing acid. That's what I thought when I was your guys' age. I thought I was just going to do acid and smoke weed, and then 2 years down the line, I was literally smoking meth in a trap house because it just takes these little steps, and a lot of people in the real world who do acid also do other drugs, and then you're going to meet somebody that does weed but also does cocaine sometimes.
I think you're mistaking correlation with causation, and I think that there are plenty of examples of people who did not do that.
Not nearly as many as people who did.
I don't think that you have the numbers to prove that.
Oh, thank you, Justin. People are being so nice and saying I look like Billie Eilish. That's just the fact of the matter, is that, yes, there's methods of harm reduction, and it's all available to you guys on the internet, but our official policy to you is it's probably a bad idea.
Absolutely. I stand with you on that.
It is a bad idea. But if you ever decide to, obviously, there's plenty of information for you so that you don't die right away, but you can still. The first time that you take a tab from somebody, you could definitely die. Because we have like 20 deaths a year from people that do fake acid.
Show the long-term effects like heart disease and kidney problems put you in a higher risk as you get older.
Yes, exactly. There's many... And it's the same thing. I even would tell people, even if you go to your psychiatrist and your psychiatrist says, well, we're going to put you on this antidepressant. Before you say yes, go home and look up that antidepressant. It's the same thing.
I would absolutely.
It's the same thing. Like, there's tons of information available to you about any even antidepressant that you would take.
ADHD medications, anxiety medications. Doctors will give you medications that will fuck you up way worse than things like LSD will, or things like magic mushrooms will. It has been proven that things like Adderall and things like Xanax can cause you to be highly, highly, highly addicted.
Yeah, I want to see. Hey, Julia, you should send me that.
I know how you feel. I've been put on antidepressants too. If they're working for you, I'd say that's a good thing. But I felt like in the long run, antidepressants were messing with my brain a whole lot, and I really noticed it when I stopped taking them, and I saw how badly my brain chemistry was being messed up by these drugs, and I really did not like it.
I definitely feel like medications from psychiatrists have been helpful to me in my life. And I feel like if you are having a really hard time with your mental health, you should be willing to ask for help. And yeah, I agree, Goddess Fair Whisper. I think that it's a huge decision. And if you're prone to fantasize, or already are not in a good place mentally, definitely don't even think about doing acid.
Yeah, if you're not in a good mental place, you should never. But I do not take as hard line of a stance as Kaylee does. I don't think that is smart. I think it's very Reagan-era anti-drug. And I don't think that all drugs are equal.
Okay. Obviously, I don't think all drugs are equal. But also, I don't want anybody to be able to clip anything that sounds like we're telling 14-year-olds to do drugs.
I'm not telling 14-year-olds to do drugs.
We preach
I would
sobriety.
never say such a thing. I would say that grown adults should be able to make their own decisions. And I think once you're an adult, you should be able to do the things that you want to do. And I am going to give advice that is causing harm reduction, and I'm going to help people so that they don't end up taking some bunk acid, because people probably don't know this about research chemicals. These people are
Yes.
talking about acid and seeing, hey, I might
Yes.
want to do acid, so I am going to tell them how to do it safely instead of just pushing it off and saying, no, don't do drugs. And no, I don't think...
Here, I'm saying don't do acid because a lot of you guys are pretty damn young and it can really mess with your brain, even if it is real acid. And also, it's super illegal, and you can literally you can ruin your life by getting caught with it. And the majority of the time, it's some fake research chemical that can actually kill you. So that's why I would say don't do it. But if you have to, get a test kit. No, you should not do drugs.
You should absolutely not smoke cigarettes.
Remember when the stream wasn't a debate about drugs? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Thank you. Yeah, and I would say that nicotine is way worse than pretty much all the drugs we're talking about. It's the one drug that I've never been able to quit.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
At any point in my life, I've not been able to quit nicotine.
And Jane likes your earring. And Tate has to go make
Pizza.
And
Take
the
care.
sandwich show, yeah, it's talking about vaping. We need a new topic.
You need a new topic.
Okay. We covered music. Yes, the tobacco industry is evil and corrupt.
And they're trying to kill poor people.
Let's
talk about how the government... Yeah, same with me. I was able to quit opiates, but I'm still not able to
Same
quit
goddess fair whisper. I quit heroin, can't quit fucking vaping.
No, we're not going to talk about sex with kids.
Not going to talk about sex with children. Climate change. Okay. Thank you, Fish Sandwich Show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Everything in its right place cover. Let's do that.
We actually already talked about.
Oh yeah,
YouTube Rewind.
William's curious. We talked a little bit about YouTube Rewind.
We think PewDiePie's kind of a douchebag.
I think PewDiePie's just an idiot who's probably a Republican.
I don't think he's just a Republican. I think he may have some racist views.
Yeah, probably. Something about how great Domino's pizza is.
There's a Domino's pizza here in Iceland.
Yes.
We saw it. PewDiePie
Can we talk
sucks.
about grunge? Yes, PewDiePie sucks.
I agree that PewDiePie sucks.
Climate change is real. Yes, that's the whole point of what we're trying to say is climate change is real. But I think that it's really silly to try to keep the burden on the consumers.
He had a video called "Some guy who ate steak in front of a vegetarian a mad lad." Oh god, that's the stupidest thing. Like trying to troll vegans by eating meat in front of them. Like you're not trolling
Yes,
them.
Fish Sandwich Show. The YouTube Rewind was awful. It's really the YouTube Rewind was absurd because it's like there's a lot of people that were just celebrities, and like really didn't deserve to be on YouTube Rewind. But at the same time, after this YouTube Rewind thing, all these YouTubers were like, "Well, why didn't this YouTuber get on?
Why wasn't JonTron on? Why wasn't PewDiePie on?"
Yeah, as we were talking about, and it's because they can't stop doing racist shit. So that's my opinion of.
Do you want to know what would happen if they put PewDiePie and JonTron in? There would be a media shitstorm, and YouTube wouldn't be able to handle it. They would have a backlog of complaints from people saying, "Look, let's have a streamer that doesn't really use YouTube."
Okay,
yeah,
see,
that was pretty weird.
People were really complaining about Ninja being on there, and well, like I said,
think that's a valid criticism.
I think Ninja's an idiot, but also at the same time, Ninja's YouTube channel did grow like more than almost anybody's YouTube channel in the past year. He gained like what? I think he went from like 2 to 8 million subscribers or something.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Today, and what the hell are you two talking? Okay, I'm gonna start a new topic just for you. So today we were at the geysers here in Iceland, and we went to the like little convenience store that they had in there, and there was a sign. They had like a regular soda fountain, and above the soda fountain, the sign just said, "Soda Pops." Fucking soda pops. Come get your soda pops right here, guys.
Walmart,
I took a picture
the king
of it.
and queen of the losers on Rewind, or me. Yes, exactly. Fish Sandwich Show, you, and me. We belong on YouTube Rewind.
Not me though, because
Not Scooter. No, just kidding. I mean us. You, me, all of us.
I don't deserve it. What is this soda you speak of? What do you guys call soda?
Yeah, what do you guys call soda? Why wasn't
There's
Jake Paul on
something dumb.
YouTube Rewind? Yeah.
Come
I
get
want
your
to be on
sody
YouTube
pops.
Rewind. Come get your sody pops. We all belong on YouTube Rewind. All of us.
Sonny, want to go to fizzy drinks? Not liking it.
Yes, William. And I think that people need to understand that obviously that's what YouTube is going to do. They're going to put on YouTube's family-friendly creators because they're a corporation and they need to do like something happy and, you know.
You stole fizzy lifting drinks?
Wait, you call?
But
Bye, Tay. Have a good time.
go make your pizza. Make it.
Wait,
make
so
the fuck out of
Jane,
those
are you
pizzas.
serious? You call all soda Pepsi?
What? That's a meme.
Are you kidding me? Picture-packed webcams. Absolutely.
That would be genius. Like, YouTube Rewind is literally your camera facing you. Oh my god, that's so brilliant.
Oh.
In Israel, we don't even call soda soda.
What do you call it then? I said good day. Yeah, what do you call it then? Okay, what does everyone call soda? It's like
sparked
sparkled water.
I know, I agree, Julia. That's so true. They're trying to like become the thing that we hate, and we don't want to see that, but they keep trying to be that, and it's like they don't listen to the people.
New Zealand. Call it fizzy drink.
That's just Australian.
Okay. Hold up. So you said you just call it by its name, Queer Daniel? But what do you mean? How about this sentence? What kind of soda would you like? What would you replace that word with? No, it's for real. The only thing we call it soda is when we are buying them from the store.
This looks so much more normal for me. I look like a regular person
Drink.
now.
Oh, what kind of drink would you like? Okay, sure.
Now I just look weird. I look like my neck is like 10 feet long. Hello, it's Scooter.
Looked on Spotify and there's no playlist from you guys. Oh, sorry, it's from mine. It's on mine. Kiwi.
Oh, it's called Kiwi. Kiwi with 3 H's. See
like
if you can find it.
my
Opinion on birch
my
beer.
Twitter. Is birch beer
Very
like
delicious.
Is birch beer like root beer?
Yeah, kind of.
Then yes, that's good. Give me the Pepsi, hands over Fanta. That's absurd.
Hey guys, it's Scooter back with a I thought it would be kind of funny to like have me do a makeup tutorial, but just like since I don't know anything about makeup, just like fucking go for it.
Yeah, the story of Peyton is
Do really
true.
bad.
We were just talking about Peyton earlier. Yeah, he was my friend that was addicted to heroin, and I guess he didn't technically overdose on he didn't die from heroin. He was overdosing on heroin, and then the guy tried to shoot him up with meth to make him wake up, and then his heart like burst from
So what
a meth
happened
overdose.
was we were good friends with him, and we had already started to like try and slow down on things, and and he would come over to our house and we'd see like track marks on his arms, and we'd sit down and we'd like have like a 3-hour long conversation with the kid, be like, dude, you're smart, you're fun to hang out with, like you can't do this, you can't ride the needle, like it's gonna fucking end you, no one survives this. And he would go out and he'd be like, all right, guys, I got this. And then he would come back the next day and he would be fucked up and be like, dude, come on, you can do this. Like, and then he would like start to get his shit together a little bit. And he'd be like, all right, Peyton's doing all right. And then he would only hang out with us. And when he was hanging out with us, we knew that he wasn't doing anything bad. Mm-hmm. And so he would hang out with Kaylee and me a lot. Just like sit around the house and smoke cigarettes. And we'd be like, okay, this is all right. And then he would come back, and then he would fuck up, and he would start all over again. And I was like, shit. Mm-hmm. And I kind of felt like the only tie to sobriety was, like, mostly Kaylee. Kaylee was really trying to, like, help him out. And we felt like he was his only tie. And then one night, we took a research chemical called atizolam, and we got really, really fucked up. And on that night, we went on the bender to end all benders, shooting up heroin, doing pretty much every drug that we could get our hands on, PCP.
Yeah.
And we went on a really bad bender. And a lot of the time I think that I do kind of blame myself for, like, going on that bender because I felt like I was Peyton's only connection to, like, sobriety, especially Kaylee was, like, his only connection to sobriety. And it was, like, a week after that we left for good, and, like, he didn't have a safe place to hang out with.
Because when we got sober, like basically everybody tells you when you're like trying to like kick like heroin and stuff that you have to just cut off all your friends that do drugs, because if you hang out with friends that do drugs, then like you'll just fall back into it. And so we basically like we literally like gave up our phones, and we just stopped hanging out with everybody that we hung out with before.
Later, Julia.
Love you, Julia. And so we started going to like AA meetings, and we didn't hear from anybody because we didn't talk to anybody.
We cut them all off.
Yeah, and
even though he kind of lost his safe place to hang out with.
We did the best we could, but we also can't be held personally responsible for his decisions.
And
we heard, basically, we had no idea what happened. And because we didn't hear from anybody. And then, about a month after we got sober, we met one of our other friends at an AA meeting. And she was like, yeah, I'm so sorry, like, what happened to Peyton? And I was like, what happened to Peyton? And she was like, you didn't hear? And I was like, yeah, we, like, haven't used our phones for a month. She's like, he's fucking dead, dude. Yeah, he was ODing on heroin, and this guy shot him up with meth.
No, he was ODing because he got heroin laced with fentanyl.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just a given. He got heroin laced with fentanyl, and he was overdosing, and the guy tried to shoot him up with meth to wake him up.
He thought that shooting him up with meth
would wake him up.
And
then he drove Peyton's car to an abandoned parking lot and left Peyton there.
Instead of driving him to the hospital.
Instead of taking him to the hospital.
Fucking pussy, and he didn't want to get caught by the cops.
Yeah.
By the way, the cops don't do that. If someone's overdosing and you go to the hospital, they don't arrest you. And so he was too much of a pussy to just call 911 and get this kid help because he was too scared of getting caught and what that might do to him. So he fucking... This is the story of another rehab song. So.
This is literally the start of the rehab song. So, basically, Peyton, according to, like, the autopsy, he didn't actually overdose from heroin. Again, as like I was saying, his heart burst from being shot up with an insane amount of methamphetamine.
He shot him up with so much methamphetamine that it exploded his fucking heart. Like, what a piece of shit. So this guy... Oh, no worries.
No, I know you can get...
You're good.
And then this guy that didn't take Peyton to the ER, he was, like, obviously ratted on by a bunch of people because he was 21.
Yeah, he was 21, but he looked like he was 16 because he was so fucking skinny from all the drugs he was doing.
And he also had, like, a thyroid problem, so he was really, really small. But basically, he was ratted on by a bunch of people because that's like a total no-go. In the
junkie community, that's like the number one. Everyone
crime.
Knows.
Yeah, that's like
everyone knows. Every junkie in the whole world. It's like the junkie code that if someone starts ODing, you call 911. You wait with them there until you hear the sirens, and then you bounce.
Or you take them to the ER and drop them off.
And you drop them off.
Yeah, and that's the only time that it's okay to like call the cops or whatever. That's like the junkie code is like you can call 911 or whatever if somebody's ODing. But he didn't do that, so he got ratted on by a bunch of people, and now he is in prison for manslaughter.
Yeah, he's doing like what 10 years.
Yeah, because of that shit.
So no, you can't.
Thank you.
Can't fight him.
Yeah, you can't fight him unless you. You can wait till he gets out of prison. But yeah. And I have a couple other friends that OD'd on two other friends that OD'd from drugs. One from heroin.
It seems like when we went to rehab, we heard those stories come trickling in, which is it's honestly bone chilling when you think about it.
Oh, don't cry. But yeah, that's it was really sad. But
it's crazy though, like how much different our lives are now. Like just being out of that culture entirely and just worrying about me and you and just worrying about our own lives and like having our friends on the internet and like having an outlet that we can go to when like things get tough for us, or we can go on trips to Iceland so that we can blow off that steam. Like our lives are just completely different now.
Yeah, and honestly, if you told me, like, when I first started... Thank you.
Thank you, 21 souls.
Yeah, thank you,
guys. And TOBG show, you do have a life. And we love you.
Yeah, we think you're a really cool dude. When I first, like, started, like, using, I had no idea that there'd be a point in time when I was, like, literally shooting up heroin. Like, that was, like, never, ever, ever in a million years.
Yeah, I thought I was, like... Honestly, when I was, like, 16, I was like, I'm never gonna do drugs. And then...
Yeah. But then, like I said, then it's like, then I like started smoking weed, and then
I do not blame marijuana for. That was just a completely
I am
different
not-
headspace.
Okay, I'm not blaming marijuana, but I'm blaming the pothead friends that I was hanging out with.
Oh,
that
about
also,
the King Giz.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think that's my Spotify. Give me 1 second.
It was right there. But it's very. I don't like the opinion that it's kind of like, oh, I started with marijuana and then it came to this thing. But I feel like marijuana was more of like a trying to have fun type of thing, where I used things like heroin and I used things like Xanax to help my mental health, because I thought that I was going crazy, and I would use Xanax to calm down my thoughts. And I have intense stomach pain, and I was trying to mask that stomach pain with opioids.
I started and I drink gasoline.
Facts, fuck facts. You know, we're going all feelings today. Nothing but feelings. Facts.
I don't want to blame marijuana, but also at the same time, there's definitely a drug culture. It's not marijuana, it's just a plant. It can't do anything to you specifically to make you do heroin. Marijuana can't force you to do heroin, but there is a drug culture that's probably partly created because our society makes doing drugs illegal, that pushes people into like other illegal activities and
Feels versus reals.
feels versus reals. This is a link to my playlist.
Yeah, what,
Can you do that?
We should like be more active on Spotify and make some playlists.
Can you just post like
I
a
live in
link?
Holland. Hello from Iceland. We're in the middle of the Arctic Ocean right now. Don't buy Colorado. I agree with that. Don't buy Colorado weed. They are working on that stuff like it, because like when I first turned 21, and I wasn't smoking marijuana really at the time either, and I did a little bit of an edible, and it was like the strong Colorado stuff. I lost my goddamn mind. Like, do not, unless you are like already an experienced pot smoker, do not go and get Colorado weed. That is just, you're gonna lose your mind, and it's not fun. Being too high on pot is awful. When people are being transphobic, like, facts don't care about your feelings, it's so ironic. Oh my god. I cannot stand the transphobic Ben Shapiro people so much. It's just like such a meme. It's just so silly.
They're so stupid.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die. I
yeah, me too.
agreed. Like I was about to call 911 on myself. Like I was way too high.
What's
You know, it's like they refuse. Like if you ever watch like the Steven Crowder Change My Mind about there are only two genders. It's like people bring it up a couple times, but like no one even like challenges them on the fact that like biological sex and gender are like two completely different things, and they don't even try and like. And Steven Crowder just ignores it though. He doesn't address it.
And he says, well, no, that's just a new thing that people made up. But he like it totally ignores that that's like just actually like mainstream science now.
So, like you know, like science. We have science for the big strong
And then
man,
also, and
then
he's a climate change denier, so he can shut up.
social science. We have the social science, which is gay. Stupid social science.
I forget what ContraPoints puts it as. The wimpy.
My grandma smokes weed, and my family eventually was like 420 ton guys. She calls it.
That's amazing.
You know what? I will go out and say I 100% support that. The line between them is blurry, but yeah.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It's complicated,
But it's not like you can't look it up and learn about it.
The people on the right are just, they don't want to think about it. They simplify it down to such a small area.
Higher being. I am super agnostic. I'm atheist, and I think that I'm going to assume no until proven otherwise. And favorite movies.
Do believe in a higher being. I believe that there is a God, but I don't think it is a person. I don't think it is a human version of something. I think that God is an energy, and I think that and I do believe in an afterlife.
Yeah, Michael.
Some sort of cyclical time.
I believe in Satan, but not God. How do I find my username on Spotify? And my favorite movies. What's your favorite movies, Michael? Somebody asked.
I love 2001: A Space Odyssey. is so amazing, and I've seen it a bunch of times, so I feel like I can confidently say that's my favorite movie.
My favorite movie. My favorite.
I love Interstellar too. I love sci-fi.
My favorite director is definitely Christopher Nolan. Probably like recently, I've totally fallen in love with like Ingmar Bergman.
Have you ever watched Clerks? I love Clerks.
I haven't seen
Clerks is so inspirational to like filmmakers who don't have like a huge budget, which is like kind of what I want to do eventually. Look at you. You have one Spotify friend now. You know how to copy the link? Just throw it in the...
But I don't know if... YouTube doesn't like when you do that.
YouTube hates links.
Yeah. It's gonna be broken.
And Pulp Fiction is, like, way overrated, right? Right? My favorite movie is Minions. Overrated. That's a great movie.
Minions movie's so good. You guys, see if that link works. YouTube...
Scooter looks like he smoked...
YouTube might chop that link. YouTube might chop that link.
It's a nicotine inhaler.
You guys, oh my gosh, thank you, Connor.
Do you guys like Radiohead? I do like Radiohead. I need to listen to more Radiohead because people always, when I like show them some of the new songs I'm working on for our new record, they're always like, it sounds like Radiohead, and I don't really know a lot of Radiohead.
Wait, do you get real quick? Did that Spotify link work, you guys, to my Spotify playlist, or do I need to make a chopped link?
Let me see what James just said. My favorite movie is a tie between Stand By Me, Ferris Bueller, and Perks of Being... I have seen Stand By Me and Ferris Bueller, and I love both those films.
It worked. Thank you, Billy. Somebody's got my back.
Creep is fucking amazing. What do you feel about Trench? I strongly dislike it.
I think that some songs are good, and also
there's an
I don't
Israeli
feel strongly
punk
about
band
it
which practically ripped... What did they rip off? Creep by Radiohead? Everyone rips off Creep by Radiohead. Awesome. That's like the one song that everyone always gets busted on because it's such a unique chord progression. Hey, look, Julia's favorite movie is Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I love Fantastic Mr. Fox. I think that Wes Anderson is such an auteur. Like, oh my gosh, so good. Stuff sounds like Radiohead.
Shawshank Redemption is sick. I love Stephen King movies too. Stephen King
book or movie adaptations of his books.
Yeah, some of those are so amazing.
Green Mile. The Langoliers miniseries. Oh, come on, bro.
I haven't really seen any of the Avengers movies. Do you like... I love My Chemical Romance.
Creep is one of the worst songs Thank You Ever Bell. I do not like the Avengers. I think they're just shout out. They're movies that were just shout out by huge corporations, and they are an affront to film.
My Chemical Romance is sick. I think that some of the stuff they did... I like how they blended, like punk and, like, stadium rock and emo. It's just, like, an amazing combination. You're right, it is.
Yeah, totally.
My Chemical Romance is too emo. I don't really think of them as emo, really. I think of them more as a punk band than an emo band, in my opinion.
I think their fans think of them as emo.
I think they just dress emo, honestly.
MCR is intelligent pop punk. Yeah. MCR is not emo, change my mind. I mean, I don't know if they're emo or not. I don't know what emo even means. Like, I don't know, there's like pop punk and then there's like
I feel
sad
like
pop
emo
punk.
Emo is like a hairstyle.
Fellow Killjoys. Hi, Alexis. I'm going to plug my subtle ominous hint. I'm working on a good thing. Are you working on art for me?
I'm going to guarantee it's art. Cool. James always busting out the sick art.
Jane does amazing artwork.
I can only vibe with their first... Oh, I do like their first album. I'm a big fan of, like, punk music. And I think that they do it really well.
Yeah, I mean, is emo just a style? Like, is emo like a fashion that, like, some bands... Like, I don't know.
That's what I think. It's like they're...
Is emo a way of life?
When you look at all the emo bands, like, they really don't sound... Like, they don't fit, like, the characteristics of something that you would put, like, a genre.
Yeah, emo is whatever you think it is. Exactly. Like, I don't even know. I don't know. Like a lot of people are like, I like emo music.
In comes the emo copy pasta. Yeah, no, GTG for a second. He's going to get the copy pasta.
Self-deprecating culture. Emo equals sad. See, I love this, you guys. I want to hear the cultural zeitgeist of what emo means. Please tell me.
If it's just sad, then like...
Does it mean sad?
Is it just similar to like the blues? Like the blues just means sad.
Then is Immortal Technique emo?
21 Pilots is my favorite punk band. I agree.
I wish I had a good emo phase, ghost town emo phase. Yeah, I just had like a weird Mayday Parade and All Time Low.
I just was,
and that's it.
It wasn't a phase. I just was a punk rocker and still am a punk rocker.
It's a way of life, bro.
I'm still punk.
To be a gay vampire, yeah, it's kind of an aesthetic.
I think I'm more of a hippie now, but I'm a hippie and a punk. Hippies.
But do
a couple of things that hippies do I kind of clash with. That's why I don't 100% identify with the movement, but sure.
Do a lot of like emo people actually want to die though? Like I don't know if that's like true.
It's true. Emo really has been going on for a long time.
You're right, goddess.
Okay, I'm back, but facts still don't care.
Did Joseph get triggered by gender and sex being different things, or was I not paying attention?
No, he's just doing the Ben Shapiro meme.
What a... I love memes. Especially memes about Ben Shapiro.
I love memes.
I love memes.
I'm pretty emo. I want to die.
I have an emo friend. She wants to die in an ironic way. I feel like that's just about... That's like millennial culture. And now Gen Z culture. Gen Z has just taken on the mantle.
Very much wanted to die, and that's when I got into MCR.
Yeah, I mean, I've...
Guys, what's your favorite meme? Honestly, like... facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings is my favorite meme just because it's so silly and I just go off on people on Twitter just like making fun of like the Ben Shapiro stuff.
But it's not just ironic. Yeah, see, I think this some people are ironic.
I mean, Suicide Boys is called emo rap because they talk about drug addiction. See,
I
then
love
by
memes.
that definition, then I think that we would be an emo band at times.
Yeah, I mean...
Feels versus reals.
I mean, is Over and Out an emo song then? I don't know.
Fuck it, we'll be emo. We'll lean into it. Look she's got purple hair.
My favorite meme. Okay, my favorite Vine.
I'm close to the camera because I want to lie down. You need to come to Colorado Springs. We have at least 3 people in Colorado Springs.
Discuss depression often. Yeah.
We have 2 friends who are probably a bit older than you. In Colorado Springs, and they know of a good venue to play. So, This is a very good possibility. I identify with a lot of emo music. This is kind of Midwest recently, but I don't identify as emo.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is it possible to be emo without listening to emo music, or vice versa?
That's what I'm talking about. Like, is emo like a way of life? I love your hair. Thank you.
They're computer crushed because they tried to send the B-movie script.
The whole script, yeah.
Okay, I'm farther away from the camera, you guys. I won't get so creepy.
Unironically, I want to die.
Still waiting for y'all to come to Portland. We need to. We're gonna try and get a booking agent soon, so we can do this.
Parker, I'm sorry that you want to die. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're alive. And I think that there's probably value in music that validates your feelings and makes you feel like you're not alone.
There's been times in my life where I've wanted to die, and I'm really glad I didn't do something. I'm glad to be alive, and I'm glad to be here right now, and I'm glad I didn't give in to suicidal thoughts. That's all I could say.
Yeah, and I think
I'm not going to be like one of those douchebags, like, it gets better, like you're for sure going to be happy now. No, but it is... There'll be a point when you'll be like, hey, I'm very glad that I'm alive right now. Because we only get one life. That's all we know. And I would say don't risk giving away your ticket. It's like you got a ticket to go to the amusement park. And you're going to want to leave early? Don't fucking leave early. Yeah. Bro, you just had a bad ride. Go try something else.
Get your money's worth. Connor has something to tell you.
All right. What instruments do you play, Keely? Do you want to make the announcement here? That you were moving from the bass guitar to the...
Keys.
I play
the keyboard a little bit. I used to be better, but I'm trying to get good again. I used to play a lot more. Back when I was in high school, I was actually pretty good, and I could read music and stuff like that. But... Yeah, I also play the bass, and I play the ukulele, and I sing. Oh, TBD, she wants to play bass for us.
Get a plane ticket to America.
Yes, please, absolutely.
Yeah, our new songs are gonna have a lot of keyboard parts.
Dude, we're gonna have everybody play bass on each song. Joseph plays bass. I haven't been too depressed lately, but I've been I'm happy, I'm just like meh. I feel meh a lot of the time, but I feel like at moments I'm very happy and at moments I get very sad.
I kind of agree with them on that too. Like when I've felt like the most
Billy plays bass too.
when I felt the most like suicidal has been the times that I've just been like bored with life and like just didn't want to do it. Like when I'm really sad, like I'm really sad and I'm not thinking about things like that.
Daniel, don't call us out like that. But yeah, I
sing, play guitar, and a bit of. Do you have a YouTube channel we could check out, or are you just practicing at this point? So
any of you guys that make music, I'm totally cool with, especially because this is a small little.
I love
with you guys
listening to our fans
play
music. I love it so much.
We are working on an album right now.
We're gonna stop saying the release date because we keep not meeting it.
Yeah.
Like we said, we were gonna do it in September of this year, but we just want to make it really good and we want to do it properly. When we made our first album, we didn't realize that anyone was actually gonna listen to it. But now that we know that people are gonna actually listen to it, we're gonna try and do it well.
Yeah, the first album we just wanted to get something out, but now we're actively writing songs, and
I've written like a lot of songs, and I'm probably gonna filter through and cut a lot of them, and we're gonna like work them out and do them the best we can.
And I'm just the one that's slow. Hey, cool bro.
Hey, it's cool bro. The Sound of Reason.
Sorry, likes the first
Check
album.
out the new Sound of Reason album.
Oh,
it's kind of serious,
nice.
but like Scooter, you've been really nice to me on Twitter during my suicide. Thank you, dude. No problem, man. I've actually been there a lot in my life, so I think maybe that I can try and help. I'm not gonna say that I can help, but at the very least I'll do is I'm always down to chat. I'll leave my DMs open for a reason.
Goddess Fair Whisper makes music and various videos. If you guys wanna give the goddess a check out.
Save that link.
Oh, Cool Bro makes music.
I said Sound of Reason. Check out the new album.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, Scrim makes 300 beats for an album. That's crazy.
And Julia makes music. Like we got a whole gang of musicians here. That's one of my favorite parts about being on the internet and doing this is I love listening to your guys' music. It like makes me so happy. Like I just love seeing young people just very passionate about music. It's awesome.
Yeah. Or even people, everybody, even if people who are in our chat, like the Fish Sandwich Show, he's gone, but he is not 15. He's like probably 60. Older than my dad. But he's just out there making content, and I love just independent content creators, especially when they're really nice and
positive.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gabrielle Bell says, I've written music and I want to be a music artist that releases albums and stuff. I've one that has all the songs written. I just don't know how to produce and stuff. So the best way to get production done when you're just starting is to download like a free recording software, and you need a microphone and a mixer. And that takes a long time to be able to save up the money for. But once you have a microphone and a mixer, you can start really producing stuff. It takes a lot of practice, and it's really hard, but that's the way to do it. There's no shortcuts really.
And and there are some mixers that are actually really nice that are pretty inexpensive. If anybody needs recommendations, you can DM one of us.
Yeah, I'm always down. Here, I'm gonna do them on the phone since we miss it a lot.
Yeah. Put it right here.
Julia wants to know, how do you write a song? It's so hard. Phew. That is really hard because I feel like I still don't know how to write a song, and every time I'm writing a new song, I'm so fucking frustrated, and I just want to get ideas out of my head and on paper, and I feel like I can't do it every time. I wish I had better advice, but yeah, writing songs is really, it does not come easy for me. Like, it's really, really hard, and I spend a lot of time doing it.
Well, okay, Michael has been writing songs for a long, long, long time, and so I think that it comes a little bit easier to him, but this is from somebody like me who's bad at it. You always want to do like either lyrics, like get some ideas of lyrics first, or get like a chord progression first, because trying to come up with a melody line first is so hard, because some people kind of, I think people who are just starting fall into that trap.
It's so funny because I do the exact opposite, but this is your advice.
I mean, this is just my advice from somebody that's not, you have a very good understanding of music theory already, right? So this is just from somebody that's not nearly as good at music theory, right? You need to find chord progressions and then you can easily fit a melody into it that matches with whatever lyrics you've written, or you can write lyrics after. And in terms of like lyrics, chords first.
Is just get Audacity and Levelator, bro. Just plug those in. You're good to go.
Yeah. And in terms of like, you can look up just like almost all songs that are like pop songs have the same basic chord progressions, same few chord progressions. And then once you get used to those, then you can start experimenting.
Once you figure out the main chords, it's like a Rubik's Cube. There's only a couple ways to go, but you can also take them in infinite directions. So it's, sure, there's only white, blue, red, green, and yellow, but you can do so many things within those limitations. It is literally infinite.
Yeah.
Joseph wants to know, do you guys have any tips for like how to record and mix my music? I wrote a few songs. That one, again, I'm going to say, just you need to save up and buy a mixer. A Scarlett mixer is like $100. I don't know if you're old enough to work a fast food job, but that's how we got our first. Actually, no, you worked at the art store.
Yeah.
She worked at the art store and she bought me a mixer. It was one of the sweetest things that she's ever done for me.
Or like ask for it. Like, I mean, if you guys are like young, if you guys are like 14 or whatever, just ask for your parents for Christmas. There are mixers that are within the range of like a Christmas present that aren't like absurdly expensive, that you could actually start making music on. That are, you know.
What do I do if my family doesn't allow instruments? Oof. That's a really tough one. I would say try and make electronic music.
Yeah, make electronic music.
Download some software and get a MIDI keyboard, and you could probably have a lot of fun.
Sad little girl. This is a good question. Better at improvisation. I was jazz trained in high school, and so this is actually something that we did learn a lot about when I was in high school, was practicing improvisation. And the best way to do it is honestly to listen to people that did improv. Like, my recommendation would be start with like Chet Baker or somebody like that, and learn their improv sections, just like note by note. And then once you kind of learn like what people do and copy them, it's like how if you're an artist, you can trace it first until you learn how like to make the forms, and then you can get to a point.
I'm talking about my DMs on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter DMs.
At Scooter W. Bush.
Yeah, but once you can copy people who have improvised in the past, and the good way to do that is by listening to like jazz artists. Then you get better at improv yourself, and then you can just like make yourself chord progressions and improv over them. Sorry, and that's my favorite emoji.
Okay, so Caleb Wants a Friend says, I have really bad ADD, so it's really hard to finish the poems and songs I write. I struggle with this immensely. Even right now, I probably have 100 songs started and maybe 3 or 4 finished. I don't know exactly how to do it because it's painful. It's painful to finish songs. I love starting. The starting process, the beginning when the canvas is clean, that is when I have the most fun. It's when you're finishing them and putting the final touches on that's very hard. So I'd say try and set aside at least 10 minutes a day and try and at least commit to 10 minutes. And even if it's really hard, just try and go for it. I could probably use that advice too because I don't do that. Yeah, my ADD gets the best of me quite a bit.
Just practice doing it. It's Bino. He loves Green Day. I think they're kind of garbage.
I love Green Day. I think Dookie is one of the best rock albums of my lifetime.
Joseph, you can use GarageBand, absolutely.
GarageBand
Bye, TBG Show. Have a good day.
Good night, pal.
We'll see you soon.
If you have GarageBand and one microphone, you can totally get away with making a pretty decent album.
How do we come up with the names of Kiwi and Scooter? So my nickname is Kiwi because my name is Kaylee, and my siblings, when they were younger, couldn't pronounce my name because they couldn't pronounce their L's. So when they said Kaylee in like a baby voice, they'd say Kiwi, and it sounded like they were saying Kiwi. And my name is hard to spell. It's Kayleigh. And so my mom just started writing Kiwi, like we'd like label all like our cups and stuff, and then she started writing Kiwi on everything, and it stuck throughout my whole life. And Scooter.
No. So when I was 13 years old, I got in huge trouble. I was having a party with my friends, and we were at my friend's dad's house, and he just got a brand new Vespa, and it was like $3,000, and everyone was like looking at it and very impressed. And one of my friends dared me to steal the Vespa while his dad wasn't looking, and I got on the little mini scooter, and I tried to start it, but it went way too fast and out of my control right away, and I went boom right in the back of this Ford F-150, and I dented the scooter in the front, and so all my friends at that party called me Scooter from there on out.
Yep. And just kind of stuck. And Justin, you can totally go get yourself some food. We'll be back when you get back. I'm enjoying this.
It's spelled kiwi like the fruit. Show is.
Show is. How do you make friends? Because I bet berating other people's music choices isn't the best way to go.
I don't know. Yeah, I kind of have that same problem. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be friends with people who get their feelings hurt over musical disagreements. So it's a good way to weed out.
Hi,
the
Amelia.
fakes.
How are you?
Amelia.
Yeah, I think that I do like to have friends who have differences in opinions from me.
I don't think I agree on music with any of my friends.
Yeah, and I like having a heated discussion, and I think when people, hi Sir Penguin, and I think that when people get like personally attacked because somebody doesn't like a band they like or like a movie they like, I mean, I don't want people to feel like it's a personal attack on them because I think that obviously music is very subjective, and I think that everybody kind of knows that it's art, and so there's a difference between like other opinions, like people like, oh well, just because I have a difference of an opinion and they like don't like gay people or something, like that's a difference of opinion that I can't get on board with. Because you like don't think somebody else's existence is valid, and that makes you a total asshole.
But if you think like Panic at the Disco is good, I could still totally be best friends with you.
Yeah, it's because art is subjective.
Okay.
What if you're a trash human? That's different.
James wants to know, how much has Chance and Casey contributed to the new album? So Chance is pretty much the producer of our album. He's going to track all of it. He's going to do all the recording. He actually has a studio in his bedroom that he built himself. So Chance is going to be pretty much doing all the recording for us. Mm-hmm. And then after the recording's done, I do the mixing, and then Casey does the guitars last. So we don't know how much Casey has contributed to the new album because he hasn't even started yet.
But Chance writes all the drum parts, and Casey improvs all the guitar solos. So that's what they, in terms of writing the music, that's what they do. They contribute their own parts. We don't write Chance's drum parts, and we don't write Casey's guitar solos. They do that themselves.
So if I have GarageBand, would you recommend using an aux cord to play on GarageBand or use the GarageBand instruments? I think you should do a combination of both. And
yes.
I think it's a great way to experiment with sounds and also get better at playing yourself. So I have a keyboard and I play that. Should I get a cord to connect it to my computer? Absolutely. Keyboard on computer, it took me way too long to realize that was amazing because I was pretty narrow-minded. And
yeah, he's one of those purists.
I was
for
a
long
pure
time.
punk rock, like you play with one guitar, one bass, and drums, and that's it. I didn't like backup vocals, I didn't like keyboards, and it took me way too long to realize that keyboards are sick. So yes, get a cord to connect it to your computer. Chance is a beautiful person. I agree.
Chance is a beautiful person.
Chance is the most underrated band member of all time. It's true. Chance is Ringo, and he doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, you guys should give Chance some love. Chance runs the KAQOTL account
Yeah,
now.
so if you ever want to talk to Chance, he's the one that runs the band account.
Yeah, so you guys can...
Since I was saying too many controversial things.
Yeah, Michael's controversial things are left to his own account now.
I'll take credit for my own things, and I won't put the whole band.
Punk is the way to go for sometimes, and I also think that...
I would say that I'm still a punk. I'm still a punk rocker.
Casey's underrated too.
The way I behave, the music I play.
Chance is better than Ringo. So microphone, mixer, software, keyboard, chord.
Absolutely,
yeah, mixer.
Yeah. That's the list.
If Gabrielle, I would.
You could get all that for about $150.
I mean, no, not all that.
The Scarlett mixer does come with Ableton.
Yeah, but also a microphone and a keyboard.
You can get a nice microphone for $40-$50.
Yeah, but then
they already have the keyboard.
You already have the keyboard. Okay. But yes, I would get look up Scarlett. as the brand of mixers and just see what one is in your price range.
Which one of you let Scooter run the band account? It was just me, bro.
Because it was his old Twitter account. It was his Twitter account that he turned into the band account. And then he was saying all this controversial shit. And I was like, he can say that on his own account.
Nate is lame attracted all the TOP fans, and we all know we're all gay. You know what? I don't like 21 Pilots, but I do love all of you. And I'm glad you're here. And you know what? If 21 Pilots is the thing that brought us together, then God bless 21 Pilots.
Can I see your earrings? Okay, this is my earrings. I have a silicone 2 gauge and a earring here, and then a black one over here.
And
then
mine
Michael has a little feather one.
Mine is a feather. I was like, I want an earring, and I looked up Google Images pictures of Johnny Depp and Rob Lowe in the 1980s wearing this earring, and I was like, holy shit, that is so fucking sexy. And then I decided to get one.
Yeah, he literally like saw Rob Lowe in the 80s and was like,
it was Johnny
he's
Depp.
hot. Oh,
Johnny Depp was the real one.
Wasn't it Rob Lowe too?
Johnny Depp had this earring, and he had like the 50s little swoop, but it was like kind of 80s and flock of seagulls too. Oh,
hey, MC found us before Nate. Just like Ben.
Those are the real the real OG. So did Ben.
Well, I don't want to any of you guys that found us through Nate, I love you just as much.
And for those of you who found us through Sum 41, go fucking butt fuck yourself.
Wow. I don't know how people would find us through Not Nate. It's like so hard to find us. We're so tiny. It's the absurdity of that.
Raccoons are outdated. Well, that's funny because we are changing the logo.
Yeah, we're changing the logo. We're
the new album. The new album will be a new logo, a new look,
a new sound, maybe. Sometimes.
I mean, obviously, it's gonna be a new sound. I own a Sum 41 CD, and I never hated myself.
Hey, Gabrielle Bell came from Amazing Atheist. Remember that?
No way. That's funny. That's awesome.
That's funny. Yeah, actually, a lot of people did.
I remember you commented like, "Hey, we're a small band. Come listen," and so I did. Hey, that's awesome. I remember that. That was when the YouTube rules changed.
I think Michael was just joking about Sum 41. Unless I
actually love Sum 41. Kaylee hates them.
Yeah.
I think they're great. They blend like metal and punk and like piano rock. It's like, what the fuck?
Sad little girl discovered Nate from us too. Nate owes us money.
He owes us straight cash at this point. Will you guys make vinyls? We are planning on we're planning on doing a couple limited edition vinyls and cassettes.
We're definitely okay. This is what I'm gonna say. We're definitely doing cassettes. I am thinking about doing vinyls if we feel like people will buy them. But only if people really will buy them. Because they'll probably be like $20. And people will have to buy them. Because they cost a lot of money to make.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to do a Twitter poll. And I'm going to say, guys, seriously, only say yes if you're actually going to buy the vinyl.
Yeah, we don't want to make vinyls and then have no one buy them. That would be pretty bad
because we'd have to make like a run of 100. We do have CDs. They are on our Bandcamp. Is it Kingpin
Losers? Buy 30 vinyls.
What is it? Kingpin Losers?
Amelia's willing to go broke for the cause.
Okay. KingpinLosers.com.
How do you guys get your stuff on iTunes? So there's a website called DistroKid. It's like DIS. Yep. It's DistroKid. Like, it's like distribution, but DistroKid. And they will, Cool Bros got it. And they'll do it for real cheap, and they pay you for all the royalties you get.
Are you gonna make new shirts anytime soon? Yes. When the new
brand new T-shirt design.
Yeah.
And
honestly, I'm probably gonna take down the T-shirts soon anyway, just because I have to hand make all of them, and I just don't have the time to keep doing that. Sometimes he was solid week or two. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, totally. I'll have like 2 weeks of just being sad for like no apparent reason, or even like 2 months.
I have a very apathetic depression, and sometimes it won't go away.
Billy, you should post a link to your Hey Siri shirt on
How does the copyright stuff for music work? Well, with things like DistroKid, when you upload it, they make sure that it's. I'm not sure if they give you an actual copyright, but you do get royalties for plays. That's a good question.
Ben, the new band account was a brand new account.
Scooter, I still love you for sending me the CD. No problem, pal.
Of course.
How did you find each other? Very good question.
So Scooter and I actually went to the same high school. I've given this spiel before, but went to the same high school, and I knew who he was because he was pretty well known. He doesn't like when I say that he was popular, but he was popular. He was on
a punk rock king.
He was on like the morning video announcements, and he like played varsity baseball, and everybody knew who he was. But I was not popular. I was like a super quiet, nerdy, like little Mormon girl, and I had some friends. So we went to the same high school the first 2 years of high school, and I had some friends my freshman and sophomore year, and then I left and went to a different high school. And some of my friends from freshman and sophomore year became his friends junior and senior year after I'd gone and made new friends.
Perfect. Oh, this feels so much more normal.
After I'd gone and made like new friends. I took them through Nate, yeah. And then basically what happened was after high school, I ended up moving to Salt Lake. And it so happened that one of those mutual friends moved to Salt Lake, and Michael and another one of those friends was traveling through Salt Lake, coming back from a music festival, and they were like stopping by that friend's house in Salt Lake, and I was there just hanging out and happened to meet him. And we got along and stuff, but I like I was like, oh, I'm gonna live in Salt Lake forever. Like I'm never gonna meet him. And I think I like just left him on. He like messaged me on Facebook, and I like left him on red.
Yeah, she left me on red. What an absolute femcel.
Yeah, like I just like didn't do anything about it. But then I ended up moving back to Boise anyway, because I like was trying to get sober and stuff when I moved back in with my parents, and then yeah, basically I like remembered, I was like, oh yeah, that guy I met in Salt Lake that one time, I had some mutual friends with in high school, he lives in Boise, and we hung out a couple times and really got along again, and then he said that he was looking for a roommate. Because...
No, I tried to get you to go to a show. I was like, yeah, come see my band play. And you're like, fucking no.
That's not what happened. That was the message I left you on red with. But then I moved back to Boise and we started hanging out again. And then...
No way, Jane. Never trim. Never trim. Just go rogue.
Yeah, the whole trimming thing is actually kind of a myth. You actually don't really need to do that. Unless if your hair has split ends. Like, if you dye your hair a lot, or if you use heat on your hair a lot, like if you straighten it or curl it with any kind of heat application, then you should trim it because you're going to get split ends. But if you are, example, like man like Scooter, who does not ever dye his hair or apply heat to his hair in any way, you are really unlikely to get split ends, and usually trimming it will actually make your hair grow out slower than trimming it. Sorry.
Does Scarlett come with a drum machine? Because I don't have anyone to make music with. Yes, it does. Scarlett comes with a free version of Ableton, which has like hundreds of drum packs on it. I even use it for like demos and stuff, and I make little drum loops. I'm really bad at it. I'm sure if you like I spend no time on drum loops. I just learned the very basics, but I got very far along just by doing that.
Yes, Jane, you're exactly right. If you have split ends, you absolutely should trim off the split ends. And if you want to just trim the split ends, what you can do is...
I have a final in video editing, and I'm the director for a whole project. Please help.
And Jane,
okay, give me some more specifics on the assignment, and I can help.
1 second. If you want to trim your split ends, what you can do is like take your hair and twirl it like this, and then your split ends should pop out because they're the split parts, and you can just trim those, and then you can actually save your hair from breakage without having to cut actual length off the end of your hair.
Did you guys home record Crutch or do it in a studio? We did it all at home, on our laptops,
in our home studio.
in our bedroom.
Yeah.
And in Chance's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, no, we've never
Yes, that is some hair advice for you, Jane. Hopefully that helps anybody that wants to grow their hair out.
It's nice to see how Scooter coming out as gay didn't ruin your relationship. Well, she came out as gay, too. So it was fine.
Half.
Because we're both bis. What's up? That's why we both can't drive, bro.
I know it's a meme, but, like, literally...
Honestly, we look like gay best friends with our hairs right now.
We are gay best friends. People are always like, literally, I probably
should I cut my hair? Absolutely not. The establishment wants you to cut your hair. They want you to conform and have your nice little Johnny America haircut and you go to school and do all the things they want. No, grow your hair long, play rock and roll music. Don't contribute to the fucking oppressive system.
Yeah, honestly, Jane, literally, Scooter and I are both, like, part of the stereotype. And I know that, like, the joke is, like, gay people can't drive, and especially bisexual people are horrible drivers. Literally, I'm a horrible driver, and he doesn't even have a driver's license because he keeps fucking up with his driving. So
I'm gonna grow it out really long. Yes, the hardest part about growing out your hair is the little medium area, and I hate it. It's terrible. My hair just gets thicker when it grows. I kind of wish my hair got a little thicker.
Do you have very thick hair?
My hair doesn't get very thick at all. It's very...
Yeah, Scooter has very thin, straight hair.
Spaghetti
did you guys
hair.
want to know a fun fact? If you have straight hair, that means that your hair follicles are circles. If you have wavy hair, that means your hair follicles are ovals. And if you have very curly hair, that means your hair follicles are rectangular. I'm bisexual and I haven't even started trying to drive. Oof. We have a van. I have a driver's license. I'm just, like, bad at driving. I'm always just like, oh, what am I doing? Fuck.
If you could make a movie, what would the plot be? Okay, I'll start. I would love... I don't have the means to make this movie, but I would love to make a movie about artificial intelligence and it destroying the economy and people, like, rioting because they don't have any jobs and everyone just sits around and does nothing while the robots do everything.
When gay people flock to gay people. I think that
And eventually...
And
eventually, the robots become more sentient than the humans. And they replace the humans completely, and everything's better.
And I think that gay people hang out with a lot of other gay people because they know that they're safe there. But also, I hang out with a lot of straight people, too.
A lot of my friends are gay and trans, though.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to play acoustic ukulele or guitar in my music, can I just record that with a mic instead of buying an acoustic electric? Yep, that's what I do. I have a Shure microphone. It actually sounds better than an acoustic electric. I have an acoustic electric. I never play it plugged in. I just put the Shure mic, I tilt it down so it's facing right in the opening of the guitar, and I play it that way. And it sounds... That's how Led Zeppelin did it. That's how the Beatles did it. It'll work.
See, Gabber Bell is trans and bi. She's our friend, so...
Then you are welcome here.
This is a gays-only event.
My bangs are past my eyes, and I'm very happy. I hated having short hair. I relate to that a lot. I was so sick of my short
Corey
hair.
Daniels, non-binary and pan. There we go.
I looked like an absolute douche, and I hated it.
Facts and care about my feelings, rip. See, everybody...
Fuck facts, bro. I'm going feelings all the way.
See, everybody... Look at this bike. Look at this bi.
Okay,
this bi crew here, you guys.
From Amelia about her project. Okay, let's help her. So my class is writing, filming, making a school announcement video thing called VPSN, and I'm basically in charge of everyone. And I'm just stressing about it. Holy crap! Just that description stressed me out. Our college final for our video editing class wasn't that hard. Oof. It's a school announcement video.
Sad little girl likes girls.
I would say try and not get too involved in one particular area. Just try and be like a helping hand for people, and don't try not to snap at anyone, even though you're probably going to a couple times. If you do, just apologize, and I would say just try and write it out.
Caleb says, I don't know if I'm bi because I've liked one guy before, but mainly like girls. IDK, would you consider me bi? I think that it's about how you want to consider yourself.
See you later,
Bino. I think that if I wouldn't be afraid of, like if you have liked a guy before.
I wouldn't worry so hard about labels. I would just say, do what you like and and you don't have to announce anything to anyone. You don't have to be a thing or fit into a category. If you just want to be a straight person that likes girls, but you've liked this one guy before, I wouldn't get too hung up on what you're called or what category you fit into.
Yeah, exactly. I think Jane has a great point there. Only you can choose your labels. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with identifying yourself as, and you can be whatever you want to be, and it's totally cool. But yeah.
Unless you want to be a gamer.
Yeah.
That's
except for a gamer.
You do not want to be a gamer.
Yeah.
That is. We talked about how marijuana is a gateway drug. Video games. That is a fast track to being radicalized.
Yeah, absolutely. All my celebrity crushes are guys. Yes, this is definitely an LGBT plus safe space.
Absolutely. I totally get that.
A gamer, yes. You can be a
James,
gamer.
I have way more male celebrity crushes than female.
I'd say it's probably about exactly equal for me.
You love Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy is so
Who do I love?
daddy. You love what's his face from One Direction? Harry Styles.
Yeah. I love Harry Styles, and if I had a time machine and I would go back to 1965 and I would just make out with Bob Dylan.
That's kind of grossing out just because you're like, not about you kissing Bob Dylan, just the way that you did that, the sounds. I just don't, like, I don't like the sounds, kind of gross me out. Gamers have been oppressed for years.
No way. You gamers have everything. You gamers have everything, and you just take and take and take, and we're not going to take it anymore.
Frick is back. It took me years to be open to my sexuality because of bullying. Yeah, it's really hard. It
Absolutely.
took me...
I got called a faggot every single day of, I think, 5th grade because I painted my nails and I, like, spiked my hair.
For that alone. Like not...
For that alone. Nothing about my sexuality even. I was so young. And, I mean, all through high school, like, people would, like, even just for, like, saying, like, certain things that I never felt comfortable with, like, telling my friends I was bi. Like, I would never do that. Just because it was such a toxic culture already.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's really hard. I think that a lot of different sexualities have different kinds of oppression that they face. And it's really tough. Like, I think that bisexual men have to deal with this thing where people just think that they're gay, and bisexual women have to deal with this thing where people just think that they're straight, and bisexual people who are in a heterosexual relationship, people just think that they become straight when they get in a straight relationship. And then I think, yeah, obviously people that are trans go through so much shit. It is obscene. Like, it breaks my heart. Like,
even close to us, like in Utah, the suicide rate among teenagers that are LGBT is through the roof because of religious fundamentalism, pretty much, like blacklisting members for being gay or trans. But it's just so real here, like even at home, where it's like, I don't know, there's just so much work that still needs to be done in these areas.
And straight, and yeah, that sucks that you have to hide it from your parents, that you don't believe in God and that you're bi. And then Joseph was saying that your parents are homophobic. I also have parents.
I still don't want to talk to my parents about my sexuality. I'm not interested.
Yeah,
because I feel like my parents, they say that they're open-minded, but I don't.
Yeah,
I hear them also say things that makes me uncomfortable.
My parents are. I came out to my parents, and they were not cool about it. They're very religious as well. And they were saying that, like, I was just making it up for attention and that it wasn't real. And it was really hard. But, yeah, it's like Jane said, you don't have to come out. But also, if your parents don't handle it well, if you feel like you want to come out to them and they don't handle it well, you don't need their validation to be okay. Like, you have lots of people that support you here and all over. And your identity is valid, your sexuality is valid without their...
I'd say it's up to you. Coming out should be a thing for you, and if you feel like it's not safe for you, it's not worth it. It's not. But if you feel like, hey, fuck you, this is who I am, that's also completely valid as well.
Blair White is horrible. Sad little girl.
Who said that?
Someone said, how do you feel about Blair White?
I feel like Blair White is fake. I don't think she's a real person. I think she's getting paid money to say some things.
Yeah, I think Blair White is willing to sell out. Either Blair White really has horrible opinions, or she's willing to sell out.
She's also been caught faking clips. That just it reeks of like Koch brothers money or something like that. It seems like a setup.
It's really sad. Yeah, Gabrielle's holding out till 18, then you can wear what you want, get hormones. And that, honestly, that's, you know, and that...
Unfortunately, sometimes that's how it has to be.
That's how it has to be, but, you know, you're valid regardless, even before you get on hormones and before you can wear what you want. Just, you know, it doesn't... You're still you know? If you want a gay child,
also, I would just like to say that you should not listen to us about anything. I know you guys want to hear our opinions about stuff, but, like, we are two people that really don't have our shit together at all. Like, our opinions don't matter at all. Like, our lives are kind of in shambles. Like, we're adults that don't have anything together.
Yeah, we're 24 and we haven't even graduated college yet because we keep like taking time off and
we keep fucking up and we keep
yeah.
Even though we're like not doing hard drugs now and we're not, it's still like we can't get our shit together. Like we're not smart.
But we're trying our best. And hopefully nobody takes us.
Someone just joined for that rant.
Yeah.
Imagine just walking in.
I
don't know shit, man, okay?
Yeah. So hopefully nobody, takes us too seriously, you know, because we're just people, we're just shooting the shit, but definitely, I want, like, our channel and, like, you know, hanging out, like, talking to me on Twitter or hanging out on our live streams just to feel like you can just talk about whatever and it's, a safe place to hang out, and...
I agree with that statement.
No.
But I feel like it's not...
It's not actually...
There's too much propaganda going against Islam these days that is completely hateful and Islamophobic. I think it's completely valid to have criticisms of Islam. And I don't even necessarily disagree with what you said. But...
That's a horrible thing to say. Framing it like that is horrible. Any religious fundamentalism that comes from a place of oppressing women or homophobia is bad. But the fact of the matter is that in the United States and in the Western world, there's this fear-mongering about Islam that is horrible.
It's the idea. It's
exactly,
Jane. It's the organization that's the problem.
Jane
not
put
the people.
It like... this is how Jane put it. Yeah.
You exited out of that. Screw Islam, not Muslim.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a horrible way to put it.
And because when you have the people, a lot of them are victims to intense brainwashing and manipulation. Religion is some of the most manipulative power structures that be. It's the government and religion that manipulates people the most. And you can't necessarily blame people for not breaking out of that. It's insanely hard to like reject something like a religion that has been in your life since you were born. Yeah.
And so you want to be able to attack power structures, especially...
You know more about this than I do, because you actually did leave a fundamentalist religion.
Yeah. We're still live. But there's a lot of religions, and it's especially a problem, I think, because we have a lot of ties in with church and state, and I think in America, hi Bakerus, I think in the United States we have a really alarming tie-in with Christian ideals and our laws, which is really fucked up. And I think that there's also a lot of Muslim majority countries that have a lot of tie-ins with the religion and the laws, which I think is really messed up. And I think that anywhere there's unfair hierarchies or power structures that are oppressing people, it needs to be called out. But I think that it often comes from a place of being really fear-mongering. And then we have all these people, you end up with all these people who try to disguise it, and they say no, I just have a problem with the ideas, but really they actually do it's like Ben Shapiro. He says that he's just oh, I have a problem with the religious fundamentalism, but then he sent a tweet where literally he was talking about how he thinks that Arab people would rather live in open sewage.
Open sewage, yeah.
Yeah, he's just actually racist.
And he doesn't, and he's standing behind another ideology that has been pretty gross in its history.
And Ben Shapiro also will vote against gay marriage to the day he dies, and thinks horrible things about trans people, and so Hi, window facing west.
I would say America is...
Yeah, exactly. America's no exception.
I would say America is run by a particular sect of Christianity that is incredibly damaging. And it's the evangelicals.
The evangelicals are a huge voting base. They're like single-handedly why Trump got elected. Is the evangelicals.
Joseph, you need to go take that to a guitar center. You need to have it what's it called? Intonated, and they need to mess with the bridge to fix that, because you're probably not going to be able to fix that on your own, unfortunately. I hate when that happens. It sucks. It's only like $15 to fix, though.
Yeah, it's not super expensive to get it intonated, especially if you go to
a little local place. They fix the bridge, and they make everything so the strings will be in tune.
Yes, exactly, Jane. Yeah, people who say, like, oh, you can't be racist against Islam or you can be racist against Muslims because Muslims aren't a race, but it really does.
But they are like 96% Arab, so it is kind of a race.
Yeah, and then also the people.
You see how you're against Ben Shapiro? I am too, but he isn't against gay marriage. He's against the government controlling marriage.
No, he is personally against gay marriage as well. Have you seen? I can say.
I don't know that. I don't know if I've ever seen Shapiro. I've only seen Shapiro be super transphobic.
I have also.
I don't watch enough of his content to know whether or not.
Unless he's changed his opinion in literally the last 2 years, he's written articles about how homosexual marriage is an attack on marriage itself, and yeah, he definitely does not like gay marriage. He also doesn't think gay people should be able to adopt.
The whole religion church thing. So whenever my Mormon friends ask me to go to church with them, I would decline them. Feel really bad.
No, totally decline.
Always decline. That's part of like their indoctrination tactics. That's part of the manipulation. Is that they tell all the little kids, they're like, bring your friends to church, it'll be fun, and then they bring them in and they indoctrinate more kids. Mormons have so many converts.
Yeah.
That's how they keep growing. The kids keep leaving the church, but yet their numbers still keep growing.
Also, Ben Shapiro said that he wouldn't even give his friend a gay wedding cake. So
that's true. He did say to Dave Rubin that he wouldn't even. He wouldn't even go to his party.
He wouldn't go to his wedding party.
Yeah.
Not even to his wedding. He wouldn't go to like his anniversary party.
He said that to his face. I do remember that.
He said to Dave Rubin's face that he wouldn't go to his anniversary party because it has to do with gay marriage. So he's personally against gay marriage.
I don't support anyone or anything that tells gay people that they are sinning. I also don't support any ideology that has a hell or eternal punishment, because they do not subjectively get to decide what is and isn't moral. I had to go to church when I still went to Catholic school, and they even dragged in my atheist-ass parents to come. That's brutal.
Multiple occasions, even well in school, he's going to cut your hair. That is abusive. Your parents are mean. His parents are going to cut his hair if he doesn't do well in school. Or she. I don't know if Sarah Penguin's a boy or girl. It could be.
My dad, I have never been to church, and he is always told to decline AY Harvard.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah, just decline. It's okay. Just you can play the decline. Have you seen the crappy It's a Trap commercial called The Awful and Dead Memes? Sarah Penguin's a dude. Okay.
I have not.
There's a church near my house that has a trans flag in front of it, and the website they talk about how they're pro-LGBT and how the church, against the church.
Is that a Unitarian church?
I think that's cool.
I support that 100%. I still think that they're wrong about God, and I think they're wrong about the Bible being homophobic, but I am not going to criticize the few churches that are at least trying.
Yeah, I think religion is helpful to some people, and I think that if there are churches that are open to that, it's cool, but, you know.
I think that human beings, little apes on a floating rock in space, trying to come up with a concept of what God is a little bit silly, and I think that God is a possibility, and I think that I believe in a sort of God-like energy, but I will never agree with any human who pretends like they know, because none of us know.
Basically, Laserman, Abrahamic religions that tend to be against gays, because they're based in the Bible, and the Bible has.
And I'm Michael Abraham, so time's up, gays. I'm rounding your asses up and going to the fucking
outer darkness.
Outer darkness with your asses. We're going into the fourth dimension. You don't want to see the fourth dimension.
I was brought up Catholic, went to church, went to Sunday school.
I was like, oh,
yeah, I know it's all kind of brainwashing.
I was sitting on the couch and my mom was like, oh, I joined a Moms Against Hate Facebook group for moms that have LGBTQ plus kids. Yeah, that is so sweet and wholesome. I think we need a lot more of that.
Yes.
And I hope I have a gay little kid. I hope I have a fucking gay, pan, trans, non-binary kid that just fucking...
That's just as cool as all you guys.
I'm probably gonna get some straight, white, fuckhead male kid that goes to goddamn
gamer.
church and plays Fortnite.
Get some fucking gamer kid.
Look how fucking fuming I am.
It's gonna be horrible.
Daniel. We'll adopt Daniel.
So, I'm right here, Skinner. Satan is one true Lord. Yes, absolutely. And then Jane said that she has a friend who's genuinely a religious Satanist. So like not a Levian Satanist who's like just like uses Satan as like a metaphor, who like literally worships Satan.
Well, they have balls. I gotta give them that. I guess. I'm gonna come to your show and just not go home. Let's do it.
No, I forgot about Amber Alerts. There's nothing wrong with straight white kids.
Kaylee and I do one day want to open up our own commune, and we need like, what? How many people to do a successful commune?
Oh, I don't know. We had just
like 30, 50?
Just to get it started.
Yeah, we're trying to start our own little community town.
Yeah, it's just a meme, Gabrielle. It's hard to avoid having a white kid for us, and statistically, it's gonna it's hard to avoid them being straight as well.
50% chance. Yeah, no, I'm just fucking around.
I would do that too as soon as y'all go to Colorado Springs. He actually worships Satan.
My religion is stubbed. What the fuck?
I gotta not be mad at him.
What the fuck does that mean? My religion is stubbed.
Benjamin, we stand a trans ally.
I don't know why.
My religion is chocolate. Me too, Gabrielle.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Oh my.
Jane's gonna be a big helper in the commune.
What do we need?
Yeah, Sierra is good.
We just need to buy property, have a couple houses, and then just farm our own food, and then we don't need shit from anyone.
There's actually some pretty good communes that are going on, but I just feel like there's some pretty big communes. There's like 2 pretty big communes, but the one right now is like only taking in people that are useful.
I like the word stan. It's all right.
Could be a KAQ religion. My religion's acoustic emo songs. Stan is the best word. I'll fight you. Yes.
I do like Stan. I like the idea of a band name called Stans. I don't know if it should be The Stans or just Stans, but I like it.
Who was the one who was saying something about Eminem, and somebody's like, oh, he literally invented it. It's based off one of his songs. I forget.
They're like, Eminem's so old trying to fit into our culture by saying Stan.
Oh yeah, and someone's like, it's from one of his songs.
The National Debt is the best. I do like that band name too. Yeah.
So it's a National Debt is one of the best ones. Oh yes, I love Yes Queen.
Yeah, that's from my little band list earlier. I thought it'd be funny to get a T-shirt printed out with just the National Debt, like just the numbers, like just have a T-shirt with just like 2,384,000, and then like just what are those numbers on your shirt? Like, oh, it's the National Debt.
It would be so good to like make a shirt that like actually is like a little screen that has the National Debt going up.
James saw the tweet.
Yeah, it should go up live. Like then, like it should be like one of those, you know, those like EDM shirts that
an
have
electronic
like,
shirt that keeps up to date. Tick.
Yeah, tick. Big titty goth girlfriends.
Who do you stand? I am one of the biggest Beatles stans of all time.
Not as big as Amelia. Is Amelia still here? I saw her a while ago.
I think Amelia is about on par with me. I would not say that she is more than me, though. Absolutely not. Although,
Amelia's still here.
I am.
In terms
Beatles
of
is overrated. I'm gonna agree with you there. Of course, the Beatles are overrated. They're the greatest band of all time, but people still blow it up like,
yes,
it was amazing. It was otherworldly. No one's ever gonna do that again. And it's just like, okay.
Ben, I agree. We should shrink our military budget. That is a very good first step in many of the problems in our country.
I don't know.
People I stand.
I used to say that, but I don't know if we can shrink our military budget. I don't know.
Let's just get invaded. Fuck it, it's fine.
I used to say, like, cut the military entirely. Like, let's not have a fucking military. But then I think that might start problems. And then Putin starts creeping in a little bit more.
I welcome our Russian overlords. Putin's daddy.
What's the main electric guitar that McCartney played during the White House? What are you going to try and give me that trivia when I don't have the internet?
I stan.
I don't know
I
could tell you the bass he played during the previous album.
Probably the person I stan the most is Christopher Nolan. And
Kaylee doesn't really stan.
I've seen every Christopher Nolan movie. I even am to the point where I stan his brother, Jonathan Nolan, and I also consume everything that Jonathan Nolan makes.
I stan The Sound of Reason.
Stan The Sound of Reason. I also stan Chuck Palahniuk. Like I was saying, his book I really like.
I'll be back. I gotta get my Squidwards out of a knot.
Okay, sounds good, Caleb. I don't know what that means, but I don't want to think about it too hard.
I think he's just writing absurdist poetry into the chat.
I stan that.
I stan Scooty's beard. Why, thank you.
I stan SpongeBob SquarePants. Absolutely.
I'm a pretty big SpongeBob stan also.
I stan Kevin Abstract. Very cool.
I don't know who that is.
I've heard good things. I might need to give it a serious go.
Who else? When I was...
I stan Wolf Parade.
It's Scooter. NASA now. Fuck NASA.
Fuck NASA.
Actually, no. I'm on your side now. After we had that discussion, I'm on your side now, pal. I stand Quetzalcoatl. We stand you right the fuck back.
I stand you back. I stand root beer. I hate Elon Musk. I
love Elon Musk. I think he's great.
I used to like Elon Musk, and then I actually read a lot about some actual shit about him, and I found out that he's kind of just, there's a lot of mythology surrounding Elon Musk, and actually he's not that cool.
Okay, when I was 14, 15, I stand Blink-182 so hard. I even read their biographies. I knew all the songs. I could play them all on guitar. I looked like them. I watched every video. YouTube didn't have very many videos back then, but I watched every possible video. I bought VHS tapes on eBay. I was so obsessed. That's how I feel like a lot of you nerds are going to be about 21 Pilots. Just going to look back and be like, oh, wow.
Maybe
Maybe
they'll love him forever.
Cover Man Overboard live. So sorry, it's over. See, I can do it.
Oh yeah, but I learned that Elon Musk has never actually invented anything himself, and he just hires engineers that have invented everything that he's ever supposedly invented. And also, he got all of his money to start all his ventures from his parents who own diamond mines. And
I'm just imagining Billy at school wearing his Jordan Thornquist shirt. Everyone else is wearing 21 Pilots.
And also, last point, Elon Musk, all his companies are running off government subsidies and he's not a business owner who's making money.
Hey, talk to me when Blink-182 or when 21 Pilots has even half the record sales of Blink-182, and maybe we can start having an intellectual discussion here.
School is boring. School's always boring. Except for
Kiwi should sing like Yoko Ono. I actually love Yoko Ono, and I think she's hilarious. Most Beatles fans can't stand her, but I think she's the funniest fucking thing that ever happened.
Tom DeLonge has been weird lately. That is a good sentence. Do you have a Twitter? That is such a good tweet. Just, Tom DeLonge has been weird lately. That is so true.
I think John actually became a good person when he started dating Yoko, and he started actually listening about feminist issues, and he started thinking about world peace, where when he was younger, I think he was kind of an asshole. Well, I don't think he was kind of an asshole.
Bye, Kevin. Kevin's leaving. Come on.
Later.
I'll tweet that then. Yes, you should.
Let's be honest, Blink-182 isn't as good as King and Queen of the Losers.
Thank you.
That honestly means a lot to me.
Comparing bands based off of record sales is bullshit and the worst thing. Yeah, right. Well, talk to me when your band has even close to as many sales as the Beatles, because they're the best, they have the most money, America's the best, we have the most money. Bill Gates, guess what? The best.
Yeah, I agree. People are calling you out on your appeal to popularity right now. So
it's because they're all fans of 21 Pilots, and they didn't like to hear that their band isn't so popular.
I mean, they're killing it in record sales right now.
Right now, but I'm saying, let's talk about total record sales when you even get half as many as Blink-182.
Ooh, Amelia's getting braces. Yeah, why weren't we in YouTube Rewind? That's a good question. Bill Gates is American, so America's richest country? Yes, exactly. That's how logic works.
I actually don't even really like Blink-182 that much anymore. I can listen to some of their old songs for like a second, but...
Gabber Bell's listened to 21 Pilots like once.
So I'm not even...
Chance is here. Chance, everyone was talking
Where's
about...
Chance?
Of Mice Plus Men.
Hey, Chance!
Chance was talking... Chance, everybody was talking about how cool you are and how...
Yeah, everyone said that you're the best, like, and you missed it.
And Casey's here. You guys, everyone say hi to Chance and Casey.
Say hi to Chance and Casey. Hi from Iceland.
Hi.
Everyone wants to know when the new record's out. I was telling them that we'll probably have it out, by New Year's, right?
Yeah, Of Mice Plus Men is Chance and Casey. If you guys ever wanted to say anything to Chance and Casey.
I think they're all just saying hi.
Yeah.
Bands like McCafferty and the Front Bottoms have some of my favorites been having. Some of the sales compared to shit bands like... That's
Yeah,
true. That was a meme. That was a meme, you silly.
See, he's backtracking now that he got called out.
It was a meme.
Once it doesn't suit his point, he's totally Yeah, 2021, yeah. 2030, when the world's ended from climate change.
Also, the Front Bottoms and McCafferty, why are they trying so hard to sing like Tom DeLonge then? If Blink-182 is so bad, then why are they trying so hard to sound like Tom DeLonge
Casey
then?
wants to know if Scooter likes butt stuff. Not enough.
I don't like butt stuff happening to me, but I like doing butt stuff to... What are your thoughts on country music? I love country music.
I like, kind of...
I love Neil Young.
I love, like, classic country
love,
music.
like, Buffalo Springfield. I think, it's, like, some of those bands are, like, really sick. Like, back in the 60s.
Yes, Daniel, that's exactly what's happening. Casey hates country music. What are your thoughts
Honestly,
on
I
Phil
think it's
Swift?
hilarious how the world is ending, but literally nobody does anything about it because money. I think it's funny how, like, the world is ending, the economy's crashing, just everything is going... We're just, like, wandering around late capitalism, just like... What's up, guys?
Favorite rapper?
Hi, YouTube. What's up? We're here to do a vlog series of what's happening with late capitalism and the world ending.
I don't know who Phil Swift is. My favorite rapper, I've been
Phil
super...
Swift? Flex tape.
Flex tape? What is that, flex tape?
I used to love Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift back when she's country. I was like a total punker in high school, but I would like sit in my room when no one was listening, and I'd like, our song is a slam screen doors, sneaking out late, tapping on your window.
And
I love that shit.
Lucas. Hi, Lucas. My favorite rapper. Lately, I've been really into Kendrick Lamar, but probably of all time, don't make fun of me, Tech 9. Okay?
Dude,
Sorry.
I fucking love the Dixie Chicks. The Dixie Chicks are sick, too.
Oh,
and
okay.
the Dixie Chicks went, like, after George W. Bush.
Beach House is one of our favorite bands.
Beach House is pretty much my life lately. I listen to Beach House so much.
Caleb, your child's the size of your boob? That's a very small child.
Yes.
Tyler Joseph is a rapper. Phil Swift
I
is my
asked
dad.
Scooter about college in Idaho, but now I want to ask Kiwi. Should I study in Idaho?
It's very inexpensive. Boise State is a great school to go to for not a lot of money, and you can get a...
He's from Kuwait.
Yeah. We have a ton of...
Kuwaitis.
Yeah, we have a ton of foreign exchange students, especially from Kuwait. Literally, there's a guy who has a beautiful car. It's like a golden painted Dodge Charger or whatever. And is that a kind of car? It's some kind of nice American car.
His
and
car is all gold, and he smokes Marlboro Golds, and he wears sunglasses indoors.
And his license plate just says Kuwait. So, I'm just saying that we have foreign exchange students from
Guys
Kuwait.
ever listen to KQOTL? Sounds like dumb bullshit. Guess who's going to Idaho in 4 years? Oh, you gotta come visit?
Millie's playing to BSU. Awesome. Guess who's going to Idaho in 4 years?
Oh, hell yeah. We'll probably still be going to BSU at that point because we keep changing our fucking majors.
Yeah.
I have to go. Sorry, bye.
Well, thank you for talking to
No
us,
need
Joseph.
to be sorry, but it was a great time hanging with you.
Yeah, we've been, and I've been talking for a long time, so you have a great day. It's Caquatl or Cacotl.
Cacodal.
Cacodal.
I do like Cacodal.
I like Cacodal. I guess that makes more sense.
Guess who's trying to get to Idaho in
2 years. Everyone's gonna come.
I've thought about moving.
Casey and I gotta go record, and I love you guys. Love you too, Chance and Casey. Everybody say goodbye to Chance and Casey.
Just gotta make sure to record with us.
Yes. I read that way forever for 3 hours, yeah. Well, it's dark out here, and we already did a bunch of shit today, so we're having a good time talking to you guys.
I kind of want.
See, everyone's moving to Boise. We're going to bring everybody here.
Later, Ben. Thanks for hanging out.
It's hard when you're in Iceland.
Yeah, well, guess what? Guess who's coming into town and doesn't work or school for a whole week, buddy? That's right. This guy, and he has 2 thumbs, and he's ready to go. But I only have 2 thumbs. So it's going to be hard for me to play, but you're going to have to help me because I've only got 2 thumbs.
Yeah, Billy's going to come to Boise. And he plans on doing more cover songs. Honestly, I like the idea of doing a cover now and then. I think that it's a fun idea.
And it's good for promotion.
It's good for promotion. I think that... Oh, saying... Okay, Ben's saying bye to Casey and Chance. Okay, Ben's staying with us.
Okay.
I do like the idea of doing more
we've been
covers.
streaming for so long. People are just like coming and going.
Yeah. I think
That's
that we
cool.
should be more selective, but I would like to do more covers. Only 2 thumbs.
I used to have 3 thumbs, but one got bit off by an alligator because I called him a pussy. Way to go!
Yeah, that's what you get for implying that pussies are bad.
Covers are a good way to get social capital.
Yes, social capital, exactly, Jane.
Oh, that is awesome, Amelia.
That's amazing.
Kick ass.
Acoustic covers with only dead notes. Do a cover of Peach Scone.
Hey, I like Hobo Johnson, but she's the one that's got the problem with him. Maybe it's the thought of not
Jane.
being so alone. I could do it. That was good timing, Amelia. That popped up like right as I
That's
said it.
perfect. Yeah, Laceman's been here the whole stream.
Wow, you are an absolute trooper. Cover hot and
Hot,
cold.
cold.
Dude, hot and cold is a bop. I've been here for 2 hours. It's
Again,
like a
I don't
party.
want-
It's like an internet party.
Like I said, I don't want to take people like saying that I don't like an artist as like a personal attack on them. But yeah, I think I don't like Hobo Johnson.
I don't think I know what Bruised Violet is.
Cover Bruce Violet. Yeah, what is that? Been here for 3
Billy,
too.
you're an absolute trooper. And we love you.
Yeah, and Billy.
10 hours.
Whoa.
Insane.
BSU has a jazz program.
But that doesn't matter
They
if
do
you don't
have-
do a whole set of Blink-182 covers.
I don't know if they do have a full
Yeah, it's
I don't know if they have a
mostly
jazz
classical.
major. They do
They
have
do
like
have a huge classical music program.
and I think there's jazz like choirs, but I don't know if they have a whole jazz program.
Favorite song to play on Crutch? I love playing Maybe. And we always play it last, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
Chance, or Casey, usually dives into the crowd and plays
Yeah.
the final guitar solo in the crowd. And I kind of wish that we could like re-record it and have Casey's guitar solo on there, because Casey fucking rips it on that song.
25 hours straight live stream. I think that we should do live streams more often. I didn't realize how it's so easy on the iPad. Like, it's hard to figure out on the computer because the mic's really shitty on the computer. And the webcam's pretty shitty. No. Classical music is great. Just saying that I think there's only a classical music major and not a jazz major at Boise State. I
much
love
prefer-
classical music.
I can't stand jazz. I prefer classical to jazz. 100%
Wagner?
of the time.
Oh,
Well, he just does both. He's just like, we'll do both.
Wagner's amazing.
I like the streams.
Yes, BSU's marching
Yeah, it's
band.
been
BSU has a
fun.
good marching band.
It's fun because I like chatting with you guys.
Yeah, I think the streams are fun. I mean, they probably all won't be 3 hours because we're not always on vacation, but you know, I think that
stopping
this
to
is
chat, it's fun.
yeah. But it's really nice.
I did an epic meme, guys. I'm honestly embarrassed.
I love epic memes. Oh, it's asking it's a happy hour. Oh, okay. I thought
Gotcha.
you were suggesting that I didn't like classical music.
Plus,
Listening to jazz is less good than making it. You're exactly right. It's way more fun to play jazz
I
than to
can't
listen to it.
stand listening to it. If you guys release vinyls, I'd buy 2 if you have. If you
To cover
two
Bad Blood.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
On the vinyl, probably not on a record. But seriously, the Time Machine. To go back in time, watch the whole thing. We'll probably leave it up, maybe. Your legs really hurt. Honestly, mine kind of do too.
We walked too much today. Last time I'm walking.
Yeah. What is the weirdest song that you listen to? Me? Ever?
Beefheart, dude.
Yeah, Captain Beefheart.
Captain Beefheart is the strangest shit I've ever heard.
Wesley's leaving?
And I kind of love it.
Oh, bye Wesley. Sorry I didn't see.
Later, Wesley.
You make
Take
it back,
care.
he said.
Hey, Kiwi, forgive me.
Can I get a new jacket with your new logo? Oh, for the new one? Yeah, whatever new one we do, you can totally get a new hoodie. And you don't have to do 45 this time, especially...
We're gonna have them pre-made.
Yeah, because I think the hoodies will probably have them pre-made.
And so we'll probably be able to do them cheaper.
But if you want it like super duper specialized, then we can talk about it. But I'm always willing to do custom orders for people if you DM me, if you have requests. It's probably a little more than just the
filling
price.
T-shirt orders has kind of gotten out of control now that we kind of have them coming in so fast that we can't handle them.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna
we know a person who does T-shirts that we're confident in them making them very good. So
very well.
We're gonna have a brand new logo, and I'm gonna swear to God.
I'm just.
Yeah, that's a weird fucking song.
Yeah.
Neutral Milk Hotel is pretty weird, like lyrically, but that song. No, I've never done a sexual thing with ears.
Yeah.
I want to buy merch, but I'm a growing boy, and my size changes all the time. So
that's a good point. I think that. It might be a move for us to make like hats, like beanies.
Hats or like I think sweatpants would be cool.
Mm-hmm. I also think doing like bags maybe or something like that. I don't know if we're gonna get too crazy, but I think beanies would be probably a good move, or like dad hats, merch subscription, like a loot box.
Like a loot box.
a loot box.
Yeah.
I love Beck.
Beanies are for people who play acoustic.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand.
Baby got back. No, I am never doing an acoustic hip hop cover ever again. I used to do it all the time, and I've retired.
With big ass heads and need a custom hat size.
Listen to Tarot and Feathered by Cardiac.
Amelia,
that song is really weird.
Amelia, I don't think you have a big head. I just think that you have a small body. You're just a small person. But I think, your head doesn't look big to me. When I look at you, I'm not like, oh, she has a big head. You just look like a small person.
Guitar picks. That's interesting.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We could probably just Nirvana the band, the show.
If you guys haven't seen Nirvana the band, the show, please watch that.
Nirvana has 2 N's at the end, so it's Nirvana 2 N's the show. Nirvana the show.
Nirvana the band, the show.
Nirvana the band, the show.
Oh, we got Big Thick Daddy Thanos in the chat.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're still streaming. Well, the thing is that I know we're on vacation, but it is like 1 a.m. here, so and everything closes really early in Iceland. So, and we're still not used to the time change, so there's really nothing to do right now, and we're having a good time talking to you guys. So, welcome back, Justin.
No one here will talk to us, so.
Michael's being mean to the Icelanders. They're just a little more introverted than we're used to.
Dude, they just don't even. You're so close.
It's 4 a.m. where Storian is. I've heard that it's good. Nirvana the band, the show is amazing. Also, if you haven't seen Peep Show, you gotta watch Peep Show.
Alright, Snapback. It's in the biggest setting. Is that what it's called? How has your vacation been? Oh, it's been brilliant.
Yeah, it's been really good.
It's just barely started.
Other than losing our bag. But it is really fun. It's fun to be in a new place.
It's trippy. Being in Iceland is really a trip.
There's a lot of interesting food here, like that people... Like, there's a lot of, like, mashed fish, and, like, people love, like, a cured lamb and stuff here.
The mashed fish is really good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different kinds of things that people eat, which we've gotten to try. The weather's been really nice. Like, it's actually warmer here than it is at home right now. It's very cold back in Boise right now. It's, like, 15 degrees.
Later, pal. Nice chatting with you.
See you, man.
So what got you guys into power pop and punk? So, when I was 8 years old... I heard Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones for the very first time, and it blew my mind. Like, I could not stop singing the, like, hey ho, let's go part. And I went and visited my family in Massachusetts, and there were buckets there. And my friend was, like, drumming on the buckets. Or I don't know if he was my friend or my cousin. It was just some kid. I'd never hang out with him again. I don't know who this was, but he was on the drums. He was going, and I was just going, hey, oh, let's go. And that was, like, so much fun to me. And I remember after that, I was like, I'm playing in a fucking band. And then I got a Blink-182 CD that I ripped from LimeWire. And then that ruined my life. And now I'm a dumbass, struggling musician thanks to those moments. Exactly.
For me, I don't know if like necessarily I'd say like in terms of like power pop and like punk music, I had friends that got me into like pop punk and stuff when I was like 13 or 14. But for the most part, I've always been more of an indie head, and Michael really showed me a lot more like punk music when I met him.
That's not even necessarily true because by the time you met, you knew all the words to all the like Johnny Hobo songs. That's like punk.
Well, yeah, folk
That's
punk.
punk as fuck. That's like
I
punk
already
at its
knew.
roots.
Yeah, I mean, I already knew like AJJ and like
I do like Peach Pit.
I already knew like folk punk and like a lot of indie punk.
No, he asked Coke or Pepsi.
Oh, Coke is way better. Okay, I think Coca-Cola is better than Pepsi, but I think that cherry Pepsi is better than cherry Coke, and that's my opinion.
Coke Zero is better than Pepsi Zero. When I'm on a diet, I usually drink the Zero, but my doctor told me stop drinking those because they're making your stomach hurt, and I did, but my stomach still hurts.
Yeah.
So
Dr. Pepper is really good. Diet cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper is so good. That's like my favorite diet
yeah,
soda.
just regular ass Dr. Pepper is legit.
We'll take for you guys to cover bad blood. I think
Maybe
we
we
can kill
should
a
start
cover
like
bad blood.
a GoFundMe.
Fish Boy, amazing indie power pop shit. Fish Boy, I haven't heard of them. Fish Boy.
I'll type it into my YouTube.
Yeah, so we have it pulled up.
I'll have to
But yeah, I think that I always like swayed in the direction of like indie music, but then definitely I was influenced by like friends into like when I was in middle school into more of like a pop punk kind of phase that I got into for a while. But yeah, then I kind of went back. Oh, I love Death Cab for Cutie. I've seen Death Cab for Cutie live 3 times. And I think that every single album they've ever released is good. I know people talk shit on their new albums, but they're good. All of them are good. Even when they went mainstream, they got good.
Take it easy,
were good.
Mr. MC Can't Rap. Have a great rest of your night.
Sounds good. Have a good night.
I have 3
hours of
hours of
math?
math.
Ugh.
Oh, math is canceled. Math is fucking canceled. We don't need it. Let's let the fucking computers do the math because the computers are 10 times better at it. We need like 5% of the population to be good at math.
Yeah.
Should I show some of my old emo videos where my eyeliner was so thick? Yes, absolutely. Twitter.
Yes, please.
Twitter will eat that shit up. We'll love
Totally.
it.
I've grown up around punk rock and alternative as a younger kid. I mean, my parents are like really weird. Like my mom really loves like she loves like grunge and like classic rock like a lot. And my dad is more of like a new wave guy. He loves like the Pet Shop Boys and Men Without Hats, and he loves like Genesis and
I grew up with Queen. Yeah, I did too. Queen was like...
But honestly, my dad's the one that showed me Death Cab for Cutie. Like he likes a lot of
I have Fish Boy saved on my computer. I'm gonna check him out after the stream's done.
Any good music festivals? We went to Riot Fest, and I've been to Bumbershoot, and those are
Our
probably-
goal is we want to start playing festivals. We want to start
Yeah.
playing just small festivals.
That's funny. Your parents.
I didn't show up a lot because of depression, and I don't understand shit. Dude, I didn't
feel
show
that.
up to class because I was stoned all the time, and I just I did so bad in math.
I'm actually pretty good at math.
Caveman is sick. Just like cavemen, just like screaming their asses off in a cave.
Ben grew up with radio pop, and that's cool. I mean, I think that we have. I think that there's a
Coldplay,
inherent
Genesis,
value.
Peter Gabriel, Radiohead.
Yeah, that's
This
my
is-
parent. Oh, Gabrielle, literally, like my parents love Peter Gabriel, Genesis, Coldplay. I wouldn't say that my dad always like found Radiohead a little bit probably too weird for him, but those other bands are like 3 of my dad's favorite bands that I grew up listening to all the time.
Yes, we did already play a festival. I think we've played 2 festivals, right?
We played Tree Fort and
Just one festival.
one fest, just Tree Fort.
Just Tree Fort. We're hoping to like play some out of town festivals though.
Covered Crooked Teeth. I love Crooked Teeth.
My dad was way into more classical metal, and my brother loves
Kids strung
Georgia and
out
Death. But I
on
adopted my mom's
homemade
music taste
speed.
way more with fun and softer lyric, heavy stuff. Yeah, I like bands that blend both. Like I love bands that do like really good lyrical content, but like also play like punk music. I think that's awesome.
I think Coldplay gets a bad rap, Gabrielle.
My mom stole all my MCR CDs.
That's awesome. I think that my parents only know like the one MCR song. My parents kind of stick to the artists that they like, and then they'll listen to like new artists if they're like they like this one radio station in Boise, and if there's like a new artist, then they're.
Did your dog ate and swallowed your sock? Bro, you gotta.
I don't know. Is it a big sock and is it a big dog?
I'm
If
pretty
he
sure.
can't shit for a few days, then
No, what's the sock made out of? If it's a cotton sock, it's fine. Cotton is just. It'll probably hurt his stomach, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, probably go to the vet. I don't know about dogs. Don't take my advice. Actually, look it up on the internet. Take him to the vet. Radiohead. I think Radiohead is very, very good. I think that Radiohead's hard to get into for new people because Tom York is just so prolific. But I think that if you give like new people a good place to start with Radiohead, like Kid A or something that's more like palatable, it's like a solid album, then people can kind of get a taste for it. And Radiohead's very, 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 very good.
Jordan Thornquist is everybody's king. Jordan Thornquist is great.
Jordan Thornquist is an amazing human being. He's so pure.
He's great to be around. I love his. Have you folks heard his new release? Oh, it's great.
I agree, Gabrielle. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe get a new pair of socks.
Howdy, Nerda. Grows to Iowa.
Grows to Iowa. Too much Iowa.
Grows too much Iowa.
Grows too much Iowa, Joe.
Leak your album. We might.
We'll try. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, fucking Windows Update? Are you shitting me?
I think that's a good point. I think In Rainbows is more palatable. But I think that, to me, Kid A is what got me started, so maybe I'm kind of biased, and I feel like Kid A is weird, but, like, also, I like weird music.
You can see the chat, but not the video. I think that might be a you problem.
Can everybody else see the video?
Is the video still on?
Name one thing you can do with a single song. Hey.
Put your new album on the dark web. We're charging one human baby for the album. Must be delivered to our P.O. box. And no cops.
0.1 Bitcoin.
Man, it's only 6 back home. It's crazy.
Bye, Sir Penguin.
Conscious rap and tries to shove that down. See, no one's ever gonna like music if it's shoved down. It's so much more fun to find music on your own than having like other people tell you what's good. You're still on the right for me. So like I don't know if it's working. Oh.
I don't know if it's flipped. 0.1 Bitcoin is more than 1K. Not right now, unfortunately. 0.1 Bitcoin, let's see, 1 Bitcoin's like, just before I left, it was like $3,500 for a Bitcoin, so it's like
Fish
$300.
something? I lost it because my computer did a Windows. Fish boy.
Yeah, 0.1 Bitcoin should be like, unless Bitcoin went crazy up, since I last checked, it should be like $300.
Indie rock band from Denton, Texas. This looks awesome. Kaylee, look at their profile picture.
I like conscious rap, but it's hard to get into Earl Sweatshirt and talk to him. Oh, hell yeah. Those guys look great.
Yeah,
the watermelon with the face.
Yeah, I prefer conscious rap to like other hip hop I listen to, I guess.
Michael doesn't even like conscious rap.
No, I don't, but that's not my demographic.
Yes, we love Nate. Still doesn't know what Bitcoin is.
Are you guys still friends? Of course.
Yes, we love Nate.
Nate even donated. He did a super chat during this live stream.
Mm-hmm. The water turns cold in your shower.
Oof!
That sucks.
Just come to Iceland. It never happens because it's geothermal.
Bitcoin is not just dark web currency. Bitcoin is everywhere currency. You can use Bitcoin for other shit too.
I could never stand rap and hip hop either. I get hate for it, but I just don't think it's good.
You're stupid.
I'm stupid.
You guys.
I'm too white for it.
I guess.
It's just fun. It's okay.
Mumble rap's good. Trap rap is good.
It can
pop
be
rap
good.
is good.
Yeah, I agree that it's good. It's just not for me. There's this one music video that'll make you feel like you're smoking weed while high on acid. Well, I really hope not, because I did that once and it was hell. It was actual hell. I remember.
Yeah, me too.
Right as I inhaled, it was like this diamond Illuminati was like vibrating in front of me. It was terrible. Oh yeah, Oakley Dokley.
I think that people nowadays have a weird elitism about rap where they act like if it has to have really complicated lyrics to be good, which is really silly because a lot of people like other songs that don't have complicated lyrics.
Actually, Jane, I think we're gonna peace out. So
yeah, I think that we are gonna wrap it up.
just we'll make this goodbye. Enjoy your noodles. The chat will stay open for a couple minutes afterwards. Actually, it just stays open forever, right?
I think so.
I've been sitting here not being active in the chat for like an hour still watching. I'm going to look like a geek and still say I have to sleep now. We're actually going to sleep now too, so
yes. I am probably
peace and love from us.
You'll probably see me liking random shit on Twitter for the next little bit until I fall
We'll be on
asleep.
Twitter, and if you have anything, leave it in the chat. We'll see it.
Yeah, and
Well,
follow us on Twitter.
we'll do another live stream again. I've been having fun doing these.
Follow us on Twitter at
Sleeping is overrated. I
this
hate
is
it,
my
but I gotta
Twitter.
do it.
and
Thank you so much, Gabrielle. We had a great time chatting with you.
and this is Scooter's Twitter.
Thanks for watching and talking. Y'all have a nice. Thank you so much, Ben. Until next time. Good night, Mom and Dad.
We love y'all. This has been super fun, and we'll probably do more live streams when we have some free time on vacation, and because this was really fun and actually super easy to set up.
Yeah.
So, all
Take
right.
care, pals.
See you guys later.